Welcome to the program, guys. This is Archie Luxury, and you're on Archie Luxury live stream. The greatest place to be for your Saturday night. It's Archie Luxury. Let's drop the link and let's get this show on the road. Let's get the super chats in and let's get this baby working. We'd normally have a donation from Blue Shirt Buddha. I got to tell you, man, what can I say? Hey, hello, who's this?
Who it can be?
Hey, how you going?
Fine. A little bit 1 hour early that I need to adjust, but yeah, soon I adjust.
Hey, I got Alex on. Alex, what are you doing, man?
Hey, how are you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. And we got Tim Wright
Tim.
as well.
Hey, everyone's here.
Alex.
Number 8. How's it going?
Hey,
oh, that's why we're early today.
Well, it was just Frozen Yukoner. Thank you, Frozen Yukoner. $2. Saturday night live with the Pontiff Fridge Fund. There we go.
Ooh.
We got the Fridge Fund. Alex, do you know anything about refrigeration repair?
Yeah, I'm a master refrigerator repairer. I know nothing. What's going on?
It's just nothing lasts forever. I got to tell you this. This world we live in now, do you think watchmakers are an endangered species?
Yeah, because now a lot of companies, they are doing something called carousel servicing. Do you know what it is?
Will they change out the movement, you're saying?
Well, that's mexing, isn't it? Movement exchanging. But what a lot are doing now is that they'll get somebody trained on a specific part of the service rather than the full service. It'll be like a conveyor belt.
Of course. It's a McDonald's approach.
A bit like what Henry Ford
and
used
that
to
way
do.
These 16-year-old punks can't go and start their rival burger store because they only know how to flip. They don't know how to flop the burgers. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They don't know how to mix the meat.
Exactly.
They don't get
the vegan meat.
Yes.
The vegan meat.
They don't know the secret recipe.
Actually, the reason I say this, I was watching a great story on Tesla. There's a guy called Rich, and he does a lot of Tesla repairs. Okay.
Oh, the black guy.
And yes. African American guy.
Sorry, African American. Sorry.
And he's very Tesla really doesn't. Tesla doesn't love him. You know, they don't make parts available. They won't make schematics available. He's got to backward engineer things. You know what I mean?
Of course. I mean, listen, if Rolex had a sniper shooter, I'll be first on the list. They'll give me a headshot and
See,
shoot me right in the eye.
The thing I find so funny is it's like any of these trades, right? Let's be totally realistic, okay?
Do you believe in the right to repair, Arch?
Yes, I do. I believe in the right to bear arms and the right to fix your own watch.
Do you have arms? Have you got firearms?
No, I'm just being
sorry.
sarcastic.
Right. I thought you might have.
We got Woody. Woody, how are you?
Woody.
I love the community. I just want to talk about watches.
Okay, you just sit there for a minute, Woody. Alex, I'm actually really thinking. I'm really thinking, Alex, that if I was looking at a career, a young person, right, I would have to say, for me, as a businessman, okay, let's just say, okay, I was a young, say 17-year-old, okay, 17-year-old. What future? What do I want to do? You know what I'd want to do, Alex, realistically with my life?
Go on.
I'd want to make as much money as possible and have a great lifestyle. So what I would do is, Alex, I would start to think, you know, what's really good things to know. I'd probably, you know what, I don't think any white collar work, a lawyer, accountant, it's negligible. I'd want to do a trade. Okay. I wouldn't want to be a mechanic because the problem with being a mechanic is if you want to start your own mechanic shop, the computers and tools you need now are hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay.
Right.
It's no longer okay. So I wouldn't want to be a mechanic.
By the way, I think that whole profession is going to die out with the Teslas. If everybody was going to be driving Teslas, you just swap them out like iPhones.
Just hang on a minute there. No, that's not the case. There's always going to be panel shops. There's always going to be tweaks. The next thing is, would I want to be a watchmaker? You know what? Seriously, no disrespect to you, Alex, but there's no fucking way in the world I'd want to learn this craft but listen to me, hear me out. You can't get parts in.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's no easy supply of parts. So what's the point in being a master watchmaker if you can't get parts in? Like Alex has been in the game, how long? 20 years, Alex?
Most probably, yeah. I've been doing watchmaking since 2000. So I passed my WASP step in 2002, 2003.
Okay, almost coming up.
But then obviously you've got to work up experience and go and work for all these people. And it is a difficult industry, like all industries. But
what I'm trying to say is, Diego M, $5. Archie, good Saturday to you. Email you pics of my pad we just sold. What does I'll have a look. Diego. I don't know if you want me to share those or it's just for me. Let me say this. I would seriously think okay, we just got to get rid of somebody here. That's bad taste. You know that? That's really poor taste. Let me say this to you. You know what I'd want to do? Seriously? I think I would become I want to do a profession where I can rip geezers off. Carpentry, plumbing, electrical.
Are you being serious now?
Fucking, I'm here to make money. I'm not here to fucking earn friends.
Yeah, but you don't have to rip people off.
Do you want a Ferrari or do you want a Skoda?
But why? What's this obsession with a Ferrari? What's this obsession? What's this obsession with a Ferrari? Let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something.
Yes.
The only people that really admire and like Ferraris are the people that actually see it go past. To actually own a Ferrari, to insure it, to park it, to worry about scratching it, to all the maintenance costs. Trust me. It's be
a gazillionaire.
I mean, by no means have I ever had a Ferrari, but I used to have a 300C 6.1 V8 SRT8 was customized all in black.
What is that? What is that? That's a Chrysler.
Yeah, which I know are not the best made of cars, but this
I like those Chryslers. They were they were like a poor man's Bentley.
This was, yes, but I made it away from Bentley, so I had it all blacked out. I didn't have those stupid Bentley.
Did you have the diesel or the Hemi?
No, I had the 6.1 V8 the petrol, the Hemi.
Holy shit!
Wow.
So I had.
You know how dear gas is in the UK?
Yeah. So I had the straight piping underneath. So I got rid of all the cats, straight piping, and I had a switch which will bypass. So you could bypass the piping. So
just quickly, Anthony Napolitano, $10. Archie, should I sell my 3 luxury watches and buy a steel ceramic Panda, a Pam yacht timer, a Tudor GMT, a Speedy anniversary? Note the Speedy has appreciated dramatically, trading over 20,000 Aussie dollars. Look, I got to be totally honest with you. I would be inclined to say you got to do what makes you happy. Number one, just because something is selling for that price doesn't mean you'll get these high prices. Okay, so that's one proviso. You've got to be able to be a salesman. Now, the art of being a good salesman, let me tell you this, not everyone is cut out to do that. Okay, you got to be a shifty fiker. Okay, a very shifty. The Ferraris aren't given out to the salesman. They are for closers.
You're going to get ripped on that Pam Yag timer.
Look, my advice
to GMT is an excellent watch.
Yeah. I would probably say get rid
more
of...
More noise.
That's Marcelo. We'll just turn his...
No, that was
Marcelo. He's noisy.
Sorry, I think it was me, guys. Sorry about that.
Okay. Let me say to you, I think realistically, man, I would probably, instead of getting a Panda, I think Panda is so crazy priced. Unless you really, really, really love a Panda, if you really, really want one, I completely get it. Personally, I'd get a sub, some sort of steel sub Rolex ceramic, because it's classic, it's iconic. They're going to be very wanted.
Sub.
I would. Oh, beautiful. I would try and build a Rolex basic collection. So if you've got it, I would basically say to you, Rolex is the brand. I would get no date sub or a date sub.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Steel Rolex Sports. I don't know if I'd put it into a Panda as such.
I wouldn't get a Daytona. No.
Mind
chance.
you, if it really floats your boat, people find it, people get turned on by the fact that it's so desirable. They want what other people can't have. I get it.
Anti-climax watch. Nothing special.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
It's anti-climax. I mean, he doesn't even have a date. You're going to use a chronograph for what?
It's a piece of jewelry. It's like wearing a bracelet.
The only time I use a chronograph is when I'm boiling an egg. About 2 to 3 minutes for a nice egg.
No, it's too difficult. Too difficult. Because you're going to have to unscrew the chronograph.
You can't even see that. No, you Alex, you. Let me say this to you. I think realistically, if I was a youngin now, I would be seriously. I think I would want to be maybe I'd do a trade, carpentry or painting. Okay, and let me just say this to you. I wouldn't want to be a watchmaker.
Yeah,
Mel Law. £1.80. Art, should I keep the Navi B01 or the AV 765 1953? Should I keep? You've got both? If you've got both, look.
Is the 1953 a remake or is it really 1953?
Yeah, it's a reissue. It's a reissue.
Okay.
It's good. It's like the Breitling. It looks like the Breitling Type 20.
A heart attack. Okay, yeah.
No, it's not a real one. You know what? To be honest with you, Mal, I don't want to be rude to you, but these are just kind of fad sort of watches. They're very cool, but they're never going to be that valuable. Rolex. I'd sell all of that garbage and I'd buy a no-date sub. That's going to be where the money is. This is like buying, this is the equivalent. these are cool pieces. Yes, they're not dog shit. They're gorgeous.
Tim,
Please. Look
Sorry.
at this. Look at this. This is lunacy. Anthony Napolitano, $5. I think the steel Daytona will be discontinued soon.
Yeah, that's
Is this guy on drugs or something?
Seriously,
I think he ate my edibles.
I've not even
Seriously.
touched my edibles yet. I've just had this espresso and it took my head off, and now I'm reading this. I think the
seriously, how could you think they would stop the Daytona? Why would they do that? See, Rolex, you know what all Rolex has to do?
It's ridiculous, man.
You
No,
know
maybe,
something?
maybe referring to something like, for example, discontinue the current model to a new model. This I can maybe
Ken
understand.
Fresno.
No,
No.
he's put this.
Tim wants to throw out a whole car for a flat tire and won't unscrew a pusher.
Wait a minute.
Lefty
yes, it
logic.
said discontinued.
I'm just saying that's you know, if the right to repair laws don't pass, that's what's going to happen to Teslas. They'll make the cars so that if you get, it's like an iPhone, you know, to change like the glass on the back screen, you have to take everything out and change the back glass from the inside out. It's fucking ridiculous. So listen, if it's up to the manufacturers, they'll make it as hard as possible. I'm not saying that's my logic. I'm saying that's business. That's how people want to run business.
What is this guy saying in the comments? What is he saying?
Just deleting him. That's just
I wanted to help that guy. I'm going to say Rolex going to discontinue the Submariner, the GMT, and the Daytona.
Of course.
There we go.
Start making
Shamba Basher, £4.50. Hi, or Rolex Explorer 2 Polar or Yellow Dial OP36, both 2021, both around 10K on the look. Seriously, you'd have to go for the Explorer 2. The OP, if you're going to go for an OP, it's got to be the 41, not the 36. The 36 is
Explorer 1.
Exactly. So, I mean, seriously, go for the Explorer 2. Alex, I want to say this to you. I actually, in Australia, there's a really good watchmaker called Nick Hacko. Okay?
Okay.
He's been a good fan of mine. He's actually very, very strong in the right to repair movement for Australia. Yeah. And basically, he said to me, he's taken it to politicians and that.
Mm-hmm.
And what they said to him unofficially is he said, and he makes a good point. This is what Nick Hacko said. Nick Hacko said, if the car industry said, we're not going to supply parts, which is for normal working Australians, there would be the ACCC, that's the Australian competition. This is like our watchdog that makes sure corporate bastardry doesn't happen. They would be screaming blue murder. Okay, they would be screaming. But guess what? Because watches, expensive luxury watches, are for well-off people, right? Guess what? They don't have that axe to grind because it's not politically easy, okay? It's not politically, because they don't care about the rich. Just because it's wrong, they're very righteous. So even though he's technically right, it's like complaining that Rolls-Royce won't let someone else get parts and do repairs. So because it's not politically saleable. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is the whole point.
It's not just that. The Swiss wriggle out of these things. The Swiss are very clever. Backed by a lot of money, these companies. They have about 50, 60 lawyers on retainer.
Look what the Swiss did in World War II with all that Jewish money that went into numbered accounts.
And paintings. Jewish money, paintings.
Exactly. No, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Personally, I don't blame him. I like the scam. I like the way. But you know what? You've got to respect genius where it is. Anthony Napolitano, $2. The Panda and Black Dial will be discontinued soon. No way. No way. They
Unless
may
he's
release...
working for Rolex, then
Look, that's just
come on,
ridiculous.
man.
Seriously, Anthony.
Nobody knows.
You know what? I want to say this to you, Alex. If you had your time again, would you be a watchmaker? What would you do?
Would I be a watchmaker? Yeah, I would be. I think I would be. Yeah,
That does it. You know, in the old days, Rolex used to make parts available to all watchmakers. They would even give you tools. They would give out tools so that you could get in. Their logic was if watchmakers could work on Rolex, they would help promote sales of those watches. Does that make sense?
You know, listen, I know all this, you know, and you know this, you know your history. You're well knowledgeable in watches and watch repair. But I can respect why Rolex are doing what they're doing. But it's gone too far now. It's gone too far. So let's say if Rolex doesn't want to distribute watches to an authorized dealer anymore, they come up with excuses. You've got to refit your shop out. You know, they just bleed them dry rather than say, do you know what? It's not for us anymore. They just push to the point where people don't respect authorized dealers, how much work they have to do to get the watches in, how they have to jump hoops to suit Rolex, even though they've got loads of other brands and other jewelry to sell. It's Rolex. It's almost like they are working for Rolex now. You know?
Ken Fresno, $2. Didn't Patek discontinue the popular 5711? Yes, they did, but they brought out the green dialed one. Patek is a bit different in the sense that Patek is very careful of how many steel watches they release. They're very cautious of that. And they haven't discontinued the Nautilus. Okay. And what they've done is, if you look, Patek's been very clever. They've also introduced some steel into the lineup of the Calatravas and their more traditional watches. No, Patek is, that's true. They did discontinue it, but that kind of adds to the legacy. They're very clever how they've done it. And they can easily turn the switch on again. Don't forget that. Anthony Napolitano, $2. The Panda will be discontinued for a color dial. I really doubt it. I really doubt
Save
that.
your $2, Anthony. Come on.
Let me ask you this, Alex. What age will Rolex work on a watch to? What's the cutoff? I've heard they basically saying, look, Rolex in the past has turned down work on watches. What is the line in the sand, Alex?
I think he's at 25 years. So I think
That's
it's
all.
25.
What?
No, I think it's actually older, but they will not warranty sealing or chronometer rating after 25 years approximately.
Well, that's okay. But when do they say, sorry, we can't fix this, it's too old? When do they
I think it's now for the 1601s, 1603 models, you know, the plexis, those plexis.
Like 60s, 70s plastic.
Yeah. And obviously before that as well, but it's now
okay.
They stop producing the parts for the 15 calibers. They're no longer producing.
In 2018, they still fixed my 1803 date, so I don't know if they're still going to do it again. But
oh no, they would. It's an 1803.
That's the 3035. That's a 3055 movement in that, isn't it?
No, it's non-quickset. Non-quickset.
Yeah, 3055 movement. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's single quickset, isn't it? Is it sapphire?
What is it? No, it's not quickset.
It's plastic.
At all.
It's an 1803. It's the plastic one. Sorry, non-quickset.
Yeah. But
it's a 70s watch. It's a 70s watch.
So
Alex.
it's the 15 caliber, and Rolex did it. Did Rolex service it?
I wanted to tell the watchmaker, actually, this watch, when I got from my father, he did a hang. And after they did the work in the movement, the watch hang. So I think they changed the movement. It makes sense?
No. Sorry, say that again. So when you say hacking, because this hacking term, I don't know where this hacking term came from, because it's not a proper term. It's such an aggressive word, hacking. When I think of hacking wood or chopping someone's head off. So when you're saying hacking, do you mean that when you pull out the crown and you go to
It
change the
stopped.
time, the hand stops?
Yeah, everything stopped. And
And
before it didn't stop.
did it not stop before?
No,
Correct.
it didn't.
And now it stops.
Yes.
So that is because they've tightened the cannon pinion. That's all they've done.
Or,
So
okay.
they've changed the cannon pinion or crimped it. So then when you pull out the crown, you can naturally put the second hand on 0 and you can hold it with a bit of friction. You just hold it, and then let go of it. And then you can put it up to the second. But there's no point you doing that because it's not even chronometer rated.
Space Lord, $5. My indie watchmaker serviced my 103-year-old Rolex. Said parts easier to get than for modern.
Another guy is on drugs.
Well, it depends what's wrong with it. If it was working, it may not. Okay, DC and LV $5. Rolex booting all the ADs is laughable. Brick and mortar retail is an expensive racket. No need for Rolex to take. No, but Rolex doesn't bear these costs. Rolex has dealers who bear those costs.
Look, I got that inside information from Rolex.
Is laughable. Brick and mortar retail is an expensive racket. No need for Rolex to take on those costs. Rolex booting all ADs is. Why is it all laughable? Why?
I think Rolex is trying to reduce the number of dealers. Alex, how many Rolex dealers in the world are there? I think there's about 1,200 or some 16. Sorry, 1,200. I heard the number was.
I really don't know. I don't really know on that side.
Tea Time Love Show, £20. Good evening, brothers.
Oh,
Alex is the man.
Can we all follow? You've got to follow this guy, D Time. He's got a YouTube channel. Real nice guy, highly knowledgeable in watches. Spent some time with him at the Watch Pro, Salon Watch Pro event.
You know, somebody have a big issue with Rolex here. I mean, what the heck? I mean, you know what they tell them? I have inside information that Rolex from now on make only Cellinis. That's it. You discontinue everything.
But I don't understand what the other guy was trying to say. It's laughable. I mean, what's so laughable? Do you know what I mean?
100% right.
Does he know something I don't know? Which I'm not saying I know everything, but why is it laughable?
Alex, tell me this, Alex. If someone says to you, "What's a good watch?" What do you think a nice one and done Rolex is? What do you think the perfect Rolex is?
The most basic Rolex you can buy is a one and done for me.
The sub can be easy.
So what's that mean? Like an Explorer?
No, just a date just, like a smooth bezel date just.
How about even simpler than that is no date?
Yes, a no date. Yeah, you know, a no date is just great everyday watch. You're not worried about banging the bezel or this and that, and you can wear it. Okay, someone comes up to you and pulls out a gun or a knife, just give it to them. You know.
Wouldn't you want to have a GMT complication for a one and done though, just in case you're traveling one day?
It depends. If I'm on a budget, I'll go for the Rolex. But if it was like absolutely one watch, I'd probably get like the most complicated Lang & Son.
But tell me this, Alex, in your life, what are you going to do? When are you going to get? When are you getting a Rolex for yourself, Alex?
Oh, I've had many watches, but I don't collect.
I know that, but when are you going to say, right, I'm getting one for me now? That's it.
I don't know, because apparently I'm chronically dissatisfied in life. I've been told that by a few people. I was told that by 2 of my girlfriends. So maybe
chronically
dissatisfied.
And Archie, I think as a watchmaker that was breaking and changing.
The good news is
watches.
At least they weren't talking about your sex life with them, Alex. I mean, it could be worse, Alex.
Well, you know.
Tell me this: if you had a twin brother, and he said to you, Alex, what watch should I get? Just a one watch. I don't want to collect watches. I just want one for me. What would you say? What? Any
price?
we're middle class money. Okay, we're not
what's
talking
middle class money.
Middle class money is, we drive a Rover 75.
Right.
A
Supercharged.
ZTT, a secondhand ZTT with the V6.
What
The
would
middle
I
class
get?
money is we go to a Butlins holiday and we get the executive, we get the suite at the Butlins camp.
I don't know. The
Actually,
most.
Actually, budget-wise, you're talking about 10
Middle
10 to
class
20 grand.
middle class money is £40,000 a year salary.
£40,000 a year salary.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say if so shall we say 6,000 on a watch?
Let's say 10K.
10.
10K for a watch.
Wow, 10 off a 40 grand salary.
But what would you need to spend? What would you say to somebody?
It doesn't drink a lot. It doesn't drink a
Well,
lot.
I've still got a headache from the drinking with Tim. Jesus. Honestly. That bar that we went to, and then we're outside it from 3 o'clock in the morning, and the waste disposal guy recognized O'Sheen.
Yeah.
He actually went up to him. He went up to him and said, "I can't believe it's you." And he shook his hand and he's throwing bins in the back of a lorry. He's like, "I can't believe it's you, O'Sheen."
From the band. He knew him from the band.
No, he knew him from his channel, his watch channel. At 3 o'clock in the morning in the middle of the street outside a club. Can you believe this? When I took him to the Watch Pro event, there was people stopping him in the street saying, "Oh, thanks for the advice on the watches." I'm like, what is going on?
Right.
I think more people know him from the watch channel than the band.
Chamba
Yeah.
Basher, £4.50.
The iconic
Okay,
look.
Conundrum, a 2005 Pepsi, 16.710. He's put 10 on there by mistake. Or a 2021 Explorer Polar 2. Damn, I love them all. It depends. I suppose, let me just chime in there. If you want to wear the thing every day and just enjoy it, I'd go for the newer one because it's got the nicer bracelet. It's a modern size. But if this is something you're adding to a collection and you've always wanted a Pepsi, that's not a bad watch to get. Alex, what do you think? What would you
buy both? Buy both. Just buy both because you just because they're not going to lose. Just buy.
It says
both.
he's a hoarder, right? So I guess he does have a bunch of watches. I'd probably get the Pepsi if I was only have to buy one of them for now.
Mad Max 888 $10, gents. A pre-owned dealer has offered me $25,000 for my white dial stainless Daytona 116520. Excellent condition. Original box and papers. Is this a good deal? Would you leave it or take it? Just out of interest there, you notice with his Maserati symbol, it's got the red piping there. That means it's a top-of-the-line Maserati.
Ooh.
Oh, no way. Did you know?
Small, subtle tip, okay?
You
know what? I would be inclined to keep.
Yeah, I
would. You'll never get one again, right?
That is the pre-ceramic. He's talking, that's the pre-ceramic. That's the steel bezel. And it's
the white or the black?
Dial,
oh, the
white dial. My advice to you would just be if the dealer's going to offer you that, it means it's worth more. No matter what a dealer offers you, generally speaking, it's worth more.
Yeah, but at the same time, a dealer's got to earn some money. You can't expect a dealer to fork out 90% or 95%. He's got to feed his kids.
By the way, Arch, we spoke with Spencer.
Buy his Ferrari. He's got to service the Ferrari.
You're obsessed with
an
Ferrari,
engine out, belt service. They need.
Arch, you know how much it costs to replace that bezel on the steel bezel on the Daytona?
How much?
Guess. On a steel Daytona.
I think it's about $500.
No.
Let's see people in the chat try to guess.
No.
How much? How much for the bezel?
It would be $2,000.
On the Daytona.
No. From the official Rolex.
Yeah.
Forget about using me or from the official. Guess how much it is.
Guess.
If you guess it, I'll buy you a Daytona.
The thing is, in my country, you can actually pay a bit more and get the old parts back.
You still not guessed it.
Try to guess.
Okay, £600.
Oh my God, you're way off. No, a lot less.
Way off.
A lot less.
Okay, it's like £200 or something.
Very
It's
close.
130, right?
Yeah,
Jeez,
130.
but you can't get it. You can't get this part. Rolex are difficult to deal with. It's very hard to get this part. DC in LV, $5. My point was Rolex would be taking one huge financial risk to run the retail operation themselves. Alex, it was cool seeing you hanging with Tim. That's DC and LV. Look at that there.
He was with he was at the Vegas with me. He was with Vegas.
Ah, right. Okay. No, listen.
I had one bunny girl wrapped around me. He had the other one.
Oh, Banayamuri. Sounds nice. Listen.
Look at some prices there. Yeah, look at the 125. Scott Chegg. That's what he was saying there.
Did you have your legs around her? Did she have your legs around you?
Yes.
Oh,
no, she had her.
Right.
Look, I got to tell you this, Alex. To tell me this seriously, the whole watch thing, right? I want to ask you this: how can they encourage more people to become watchmakers when you can't even go out on your own? Like in the old days, you'd do an apprenticeship, right? What's the point of becoming a watch? You really need hundreds of thousands of dollars to have parts. You know, most watchmakers I know, I don't want to be rude. Please don't get offended. But they're not that well off, okay? They just, to be completely honest with you, the money they earn in Australia, a watchmaker working for a company is probably earning 60,000 Australian. That's 40 US, maybe 70,000 if he is a
look, can I just say something?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I say something?
You can say anything you want.
Right.
Archie, I think you're getting a nasty message.
I know. I'm just deleting that, guys. Don't put nasty comments there. I just want to run the show. I don't want to have dickheads here. You know.
Just before
we know actually who do this.
Who's that? Who's doing that?
We know who is doing this.
Just
yes,
before I answer that question, honestly, please just subscribe to D Time Love. The guy is just a great guy. I might be being a bit biased because he's a Greek Cypriot, but he's just a real nice guy and he knows his stuff about watches. Look, the thing is, I appreciate and understand why Rolex are restricting their parts, but it's got too much now. It's become to the point where it's the owner of the watch that is how can I say, that's losing out. It's becoming too hard. It's becoming too difficult. They're no longer willing to do light repairs. They're no longer willing to book in watches because maybe the dial was changed, but they forgot they changed the dial. It's becoming too strict. It's becoming really strict. And you have to be on certain levels with Rolex to get the parts. And then once you get on that level, then you have to buy more tooling. And then once you get that tooling, you have to go for training. And then once you get that training, and now even Breitling have closed down their complete spare parts department in the UK. So you've gone and bought all the Breitling equipment. You've gone for the Breitling training. And now they've decided to ring up and say, or email you and say, right, sorry, people, we're not going to supply you anymore. Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. Zero.
Anthony Napatano, $2. Archie, can you please invite Pugsley on today? No, I don't want him on. I don't want him on. That's it. Alex, I want to ask you this. Watchmaking, is there any watchmakers who actually give you free access to parts? Is like Richmond? Is it Swatch Group? Do any of them give you access to parts in the luxury? We're talking luxury sphere. Longines is part of Swatch Group. Longines is part of Swatch.
I think Raymond Wheel are pretty easygoing.
They're not really a luxury brand, but are they?
Oh, okay. No, they're all up to it. Gucci are now doing it. Like honestly, all the lower brands are doing it. They're all. I don't blame them, but at the same time, they're getting a bit too strict. I can appreciate, because I'm not being disrespectful, but a lot of watchmakers, they're not. They only know so much from within the time that they've done it. They're not willing. A lot of them are not willing to branch out or go and work with somebody or listen to other watchmakers or,
Nice Longines there.
Do you know what I mean? So if you were to go to a lot of these workshops, you'll be surprised how I'm not saying they're unreliable, but they're not.
Primitive.
Watchmakers are not easy people to deal with. I'm very fortunate to know some truly exceptional watchmakers that I speak to on almost a daily basis.
What does a watchmaker earn in the UK? Tell me this. If you're working for a company, you know, self-employed's always different, but if you're working for a company, let's take, for example, you're a young, early 30s watchmaker, a gun, because that would be your prime. Early 30s, like 32, you did your trade in your early 20s, so you've got 10 years experience. You've worked for 2 big companies. Like, what would you be earning? What would you expect to earn?
Okay, so you probably be on around, if you're in London, which is high, it's very expensive to live, you probably be on 40 plus, which isn't a lot of money. 40 plus a year, you'll probably start on that. But then again, I know valeters that are on 50, 60 grand a year just for valeting. And I don't mean disrespectfully just for valeting, because they're
valeting exactly. Just
polishing of the case and bracelet, bead blast, sandblast, polishing. They are artists
in itself, isn't it? Okay, that's 74,000 a year Australian, and that is in American dollars. It's 54,000. You know what? Seriously, I mean, it's not terrible money, but it's also not great money. It's not great when you look at you know what? That's kind of what I earn. That's what I earn doing YouTube. Okay, and you know what? Neo TT. Thank you so much, Neo TT. And we've also got John Dizicki. Small TT. $5 in the US. Watchmaker school grads are getting jobs for big money at aerospace companies. Microtechnology is big. Elon Musk hires them. Oh, interesting.
Look, look. It depends on the person you are. It depends how ambitious, how driven you are.
Here we go. The average UK salary, the Archie Luxury live stream, the average UK salary is £30,000.
But the UK is so big.
That £30,000.
I think London brings it up for
40,000 US. Okay, that's 40,000 US in Aussie dollars, 55,000. Yeah, I believe 30,000 is kind of the money. That's the average salary in the UK.
Yeah, but Archie, £30,000 in the UK is like 30,000 Aussie in Australia, if you think about it like this, because everything is expensive there.
No, it's in Aussie. That is 55,000.
Yeah, when you translate the money, but I say the life there is like 30 Aussie. You know, it's not so much. This is what they're trying to say.
Mind you, you guys have got free healthcare, free dental in the UK. You know that free dental? Yeah, Neo, $10. Alex, have you ever serviced an Amiga 9400 or a UN Freak sword?
Sorry, I've not serviced the 9400, but the Ulysses Nardan Freak Watch. The first time I saw that, I was living on the island of Malta because I was their watchmaker for Tag Heuer and Cartier, and I didn't know anybody there. I went over there and I saw the Ulysses Nardan as an exhibit piece, and it was just the most weirdest thing I've ever seen. I just can't understand how that thing works. Yeah, the movement tells the time. I mean, as in the movement is the hands. It's a freak of nature.
Tell me this, Alex. What watch has impressed you most that you've ever seen in your workshop? This is the proviso. What's the most impressive watch you've seen in your workshop?
Well, that I kind of looked at and thought, wow, that's beautiful, or just because of the way it's constructed. What is it that I've seen? I have to say, I mean, you're probably going to laugh at me, but
no, we'd never laugh.
But it was the watch I got for Paul Thorpe, that Bulgari. It was just an astonishing, extremely well-made watch. I couldn't believe it. I was I was just amazed by it. Just the material used, the quality of it, the way it was packaged.
Yeah, I never really considered Bulgari to be a decent watch company. They're more of a jewelry fashion house brand, you know, very, very the Octo Formissimo, that is actually
Beautiful.
proving to be very. I hate it. I hate it. I
But
don't
have you
rate
tried
it.
one on?
I've seen him. I've seen him, but I just think it's a nothing watch. Why would you buy Bulgari?
I
You know what I
had
mean?
a chance to try it. I had a chance to try
It's
it.
like buying Cartier.
No, if Archie, I try it. It look huge. It actually look very
Yes.
big.
Yeah.
But
It's very thin as well,
almost
isn't
like
it?
very light, super light. I
Listen,
didn't
let me tell you something. Yeah, you put that on, you wear a nice shirt, short sleeve, nice jacket, nice pants, nice shoes, nice aftershave. You go out, be like $1 million. Telling you.
Anthony Napolitano, $2. My opinion, most steel sports Rolexes are so boring.
Yeah, but for the watchmaker, could I say this? It felt almost like you're having an aluminium watch, if I can say. You know, I mean,
Joe Money,
aluminium.
$2. Alex, is U-boat a quality watch? Good question.
Come on, please. Am I going to answer that? Sorry, I have to remember I should not discredit any watchmaking company because, look, I'll be honest with you. They were at the Watch Pro event, weren't they, Tim?
U-boat?
Yeah.
No.
Do you not remember? They were.
Were they?
Yeah. Did you see the sales lady?
Jeez, man. Really? I have complete memory loss. I saw Doxa. Doxa was there.
No, but U-boat, as soon as you walked in, it was on the right.
What?
Yeah, it was on there as soon as you walked in, and it was just on the right. But did you see the lady serving?
What happened?
No,
Tell me about
thought, no.
It's a depressing brand.
Well,
I still have disrespect for Breitling, even so that I own Breitling and I love the watch. I mean, the movement, the work is ridiculous.
The thing is, with the U-boat, their whole shtick is that they're bigger than PAMs, right?
Yeah, but the price. Sure, look. Come on. You're telling me that I have to explain to somebody if U-boat is a quality watch? I mean, surely you could just see that they are a middle-range watch brand. I mean, what's quality though to somebody? Yeah. Quality to somebody to another person is not the same. I thought
you'd be a Graham fan. Are you a Graham fan?
No. You look, they look all right, but it's like having a potato on your wrist. It's just too big.
People like that, but don't they?
No, but it's too big, Graham. And the art is the value of them is gone, hasn't it? It's disappeared.
Neo, $5.
What about Breitling?
I know this one chick. Give her $500. At the end of the hour, you feel like $1 million.
That's naughty, Neo. Very naughty.
Very naughty. I got to tell you, Alex. Do you ever think to yourself, you know, I might get out of this game?
Well, listen, it's 10 to 12
question.
now in the UK, so you can imagine how late I work. That means I don't spend time with my family. That means that I don't spend time with friends. That means I don't go to the gym. So I'm extremely motivated and razor sharp in what I do. I try.
Here we go. Anthony Napolitano, $2. The Rolex hysteria has ruined watch appreciation. Tell me this, Alex. Do you think it's good? Rolex is so hyped. Is this great for the industry or is it bad?
Look, I think it's good because it's getting more and more people involved in the business, but at the same time, it's the sort of clientele it's attracting. For instance, I no longer buy sports Rolexes and sell them because they're extremely difficult to sell, because the people that are buying them have been on the forums for hours on end asking unqualified people on what they should get and how it should be. And then they throw that all at me when they come and see me, and I'm having to untangle it like the Gordian knot, which we know wasn't untangled. It was cut.
Yeah, no, Alex, I'm going to ask you another question. Do you think...
Okay, just hang on there. Just hang on. I got to get these super chats. Comb, €2. Alex, what's it like having a night out stream to YouTube?
It's like an angel crying on your tongue.
Aww.
It's
Alex,
okay, Tim. I love you too, Tim.
Do you believe in the near future, let's say Daytona, GMT, and Submarina, to let's say make a display back the same thing like they did with the Overseas and the Nautilus, and you see this happening in the future?
I'll tell you what, Marcelo, if you told me that in Hebrew, I'd probably understand you better.
No.
He's just saying, do you think they're going to ever have display backs on Rolex sports watches?
No.
But this
and secondly, what do you think of people who want to fit aftermarket display backs to their Rolexes? What do you say to them?
Well, I must admit, I've done it for people because they keep the old case back, so it doesn't bother me.
And
I make sure that it's sealed.
They lose it eventually.
Make sure it's sealed. I've known people that have had the rotors made with their initials in gold. It's beautiful. It's
on
amazing.
A Rolex?
Yeah.
Can the movement won't they damage the movement because suddenly it's a different weight rotor?
No. Because it's done in 18-karat gold. It's okay. It's heavier. It's heavier, but it doesn't. No. The company called
the movement
Benzinger
is designed to hold that kind of rotor.
A company called what? Sorry, Alex?
Benzinger. It was a guy called Benzinger. He makes his own watches now. He was doing
Benzinger,
it.
German.
Yeah. Talented guy.
He does the rotors, does he?
He makes his own watches now, doesn't he? But he did the rotors. Cool guy.
The rooted rotors.
The what?
And to
the rooted rotor.
And to answer Tim, you can change the steel rotor and put a gold one, a skeleton gold one that would match plus minus the weight if you're talking about the holding the same kind of weight.
Rooted rotor is a reference to when Archie got his world time serviced, and then the next day the rotor got stuck.
Yeah.
Who did it?
What really happened to Archie? It's like
it was serviced by Patek in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And then I then took it to Singapore Patek and they serviced it again under warranty.
Do you know Patek sometimes quote 12 months to service a watch?
Oh, of course. Look, these are specialist things, okay? Neo, $10. Alex, who would be a better wingman, Thorpe, Tim, or O'Sheen? Please mute Marcelo for 10 minutes. Thank you.
Well,
he is getting too excited and forgetting his place.
I tell you what, O'Sheen was smoking this cigar. Do you remember, Tim? O'Sheen was showing everyone how to drink wine and smoke a cigar. And this Irish chick came up to him and started being quiet. She was quite aggressive, wasn't she, Tim?
Yeah.
She was she was really aggressive, and I'm just watching. I'm holding back, just watching. I'm seeing this anger in her face, and she's kind of chatting him up, but then being aggressive. And I thought, what is wrong with this chick? And I think she was with two. I think she was two gay guys. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't ask them, but. Yes. It just was a weird night, wasn't it?
I recorded it. It's on the. I think you can actually hear that conversation, but it's members only video.
Yes. Flippin' Zippo, $7. Put a plexiglass hood on a Toyota Corolla.
Just to answer that question, I think out of those people, I would be the best wingman because there's a study that, if you wanna, your wingman has to be uglier than you are. Okay.
I thought he has to be gayer than you.
Well, you don't want
sorry, I was reading that in the wrong place. Sorry.
If I was gay, that would make it perfect. But as it is, I think I would make the best wingman. Although I need to up my game, my wingman game up.
I got to tell you, Alex, let me ask you this, man. Do you ever look at these watches and just think to yourself, this is absolute madness? I've got to tell you, what I find now is people come to me and say, what's the best watch I should get? What should I get? And you know what? I honestly, Rolex, you can't get Rolex. How do you get Rolex? You've got to explain to a newbie. You've got to get it from the gray market and the warranties. Oh my God. You know what? It's just so painful. It is so fucking painful, Alex. Then do you recommend a soft brand like Breitling? Do you recommend something? You know, I'll be honest with you. For most people, don't buy watches. If you're coming into the game now, unless you've done your own homework, I had somebody who came to me and said they don't understand why the prices for secondhand Rolex are more than new prices. I said, that's because you can't get them. There are many people who don't understand that. They don't understand that.
The way I look at it is I like to look at it from both sides. So let's all imagine us on this panel that we didn't know anything about watches, and we suddenly started watching this. We'll be wondering, why is it that it's more expensive to buy the watch from somebody that's not authorized than it is to buy from an authorized? It blows your head off. It is quite confusing, especially if you're new in the luxury field, in material, luxury goods, material things, because now all other companies are doing this. Well, they've been doing it for years, but Rolex have really kind of been pushing this crazy supposed list, you know, the preferred list.
Yep. Here we go. Sirocco sales, $5. Get the watch you like, not what other tell you to get. Good point. Brian BK, $50. Tim, where the hell is the portrait of me on your shelf? There you go,
Brian. You know, he lives in Brooklyn. Brian, it's very simple. Just give me a call. Bring a portrait of your whole family. I'll put it right there. But it just has to fit on the shelf.
Archie,
not a full-size family portrait.
Before I forget, are you coming to London?
Put it right there.
I'm looking at coming to London in March. Yes.
When you say looking, what does that mean? Are you coming?
Look, okay. The only proviso is, at the moment, Brisbane, where I'm from, we're still not open to international travel, but that's supposed to open in December. So it's not far away. Okay. I definitely am looking at coming. It's a big flight, but yeah, I'm going to. I am actually looking at coming to London. Okay.
I heard that you've got everything paid for.
Pussycat.
Not
no,
everything,
I've got the accommodation and the food is paid for. I got to pay for the ticket.
And I'm sure you can do that, can't you?
I'm going to have a fundraiser coming up soon. I'm just going to confirm. I'm just confirming if. Yes, exactly. And also I want to confirm the dates, because I got to work out if I need to arrive by such and such a date, that means I need to get there sort of 2 days before. I'm just back planning it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, if you come, it's going to be crazy.
I will come just to see you, Alex. That's who I want to see.
Oh, you're going to give me a big hug?
You betcha.
Okay.
Big hug.
Big hug. GB. Is Bear coming?
Yes.
Bear's coming as well.
Huh?
Wow.
GB, $5.
I want the bear hug as well.
My daily is a 6800 from 1985. 68. What's he talking about?
My daily is a 68 from, and I got my father. Should I retire and wear a 1146
from my father. Should I retire it and wear my 1168? He's talking about a mid-size one. You know, that's the 6. Was that a mid-size? What the fuck is that?
114060. Isn't that
that's a no date sub?
Yeah, no date sub. But what's the 6800? Isn't that like that's an old vintage plexiglass? What was the Rolex 6800?
I think he means 6600. It was a Rolex. Remember the 66 was a
What's this? What's a 6800?
68. Yeah, that's actually Rolex date just reference 6800. It is a
What's this 6800? He must. Has he got the?
Actually, I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up on the screen. Okay, bring it up on the screen. It's a gold one like this.
16800. It's a 16800. That's what GB's just paid $2 for. 16800.
No, well, hang on a minute. There's a women's one, 6800. What's that? Reference 680.
That's mid-size, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's quite nice. That would look good on your wrist. That's like a Chinese man's casino watch, isn't it? You always used to see them on.
I think he means it's the mid-size. Actually, the 6800 was also in two-tone and steel as wow. Look at so it's the mid-size. It's the mid-size, the 31 mil. Because you remember that was actually that was considered an okay size in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a 6800 date. Look at that, 68. Look at that.
I got that for sure. Return. Oh, listen, just don't just leave the 6800 in the safe and wear the.
I don't think it's particularly valuable.
No.
My daily is a 6800 for my dad. Should I retire? Yes. I would get it serviced so the seals are done and the oils are done and then put it away. And I definitely, why wouldn't you wear the no date? That's a perfect watch.
No date's a brilliant watch. It's one of my favorites.
Since it's 36 years old, parts available. The parts are probably not going to be a problem because it uses the same movement that's in the ladies' date. Just, it uses the
what, the 6800, 6800?
Because it's a mid-size. No. It's the mid-size.
No. There's 68. Wait a minute. What is
I thought they used the same
2030, isn't it? No, it's not 2830. It's not a 2030.
Oh, he fixed it. No, guys, he fixed it. It's 16800.
It was a mistake. 16800.
Well, 16800 that'd be a sub.
Okay.
That'd be a Submariner.
I hope Marcello didn't pay up RRP on that Breitling. Please tell me you didn't pay. You paid full retail on it.
No, I didn't. But now you see the 9 o'clock doesn't show straight, and I did a service this watch already like
put the hands to 12. Put the hands to 12.
1 second.
Is it brand new?
GB $2 1688. Yeah, thank you for that. There, we'll come back to your question, GB. What's he talking about?
I get an anxiety attack when I see these Breitlings. Trust me, they're terrible. For the oh my god, that's way off.
What the hell?
Way off. Yeah,
right. That's a special edition. If that happened to a Rolex, it'll be worth millions of pounds.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So what should I do? Should I take them this to service or something? I mean, what should I?
Is it still under Breitling's? Is it under Breitling's 5-year warranty? I'm sure they give a 5-year warranty, don't they?
No, I mean, I have this watch from 2015. I bought it.
2015, right.
And I bought it used already. I bought it used.
The only person that can fix that is Breitling. Do not take it anywhere else. Trust me.
Okay.
And okay, you can realign the hands, but then how did the hands get like that? So you could get something to realign the hands, but then you've got to be careful because the chronograph hand is very tight on that. So you don't want someone, you don't want someone to take it off.
He's done it now. What's happened now? It's working okay now. What's happened?
Right. So it's got a functional GMT, right? The hour hand.
Okay, so what happened now, isn't it?
What happened is that you had it slightly off slant. So now it's in its place. It will be fine.
You shouldn't wind it backwards there, Marcello.
No. No, that's not true. Forward and backwards is fine.
There we go.
But it shouldn't do that anyway.
ALCs don't like backwards.
No, you can do it backwards and forwards. It's fine.
It's okay. Yeah, you can.
But it shouldn't really do that.
Even with perpetual calendars, it's good to do that.
What, as in we're talking high complication perpetual calendars?
Yeah.
Well, as long as it's not in mourning, listen, with perpetual calendars, you've got to be extremely careful. But on something like that, it's fine.
You probably shouldn't do that underwater, though.
Yeah.
No, don't do that underwater. I wouldn't take
that underwater at all because it's a chronograph. I wouldn't take that anywhere near. Here we go. Let's get back to the
reality.
The work here. Shamba Basha, £4.50. Archie, you would be a massive draw if you decide to come to London. Look, I definitely I'm coming. Okay, I'm coming. I'm just gotta let it mentally sink in. Okay, because I tell you honestly, I'm sick of Australia. I hate it here. Okay, I honestly can't stand it anymore. Okay.
Well, listen, you've got to really come, because I think it was fantastic that Paul Thorpe went on, and I did watch when he was on, and obviously I watched the part where he was talking about when I mentioned about the situation with the robberies, and I've known Paul for some years, and I had to say something about it because I just think people were coming from the wrong angle.
No, you were very good there. We did appreciate you coming on. Alex, I want to say this to you seriously, man. The biggest problem I've got is, what the fuck do I wear to London?
Well, why are you worrying about something so trivial like that?
What would you wear? Would you wear a world time?
Oh, you mean as a watch?
As a watch.
I thought you might have not come with your underpants on. I don't know.
No. What do you wear? What do you wear as a watch, man?
So you actually worried about what to wear?
World travel.
Yeah, I'm worried about these robberies in the street and these Romanian gangs chasing you around Bond Street.
Did you just say Romanian?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The way that I know Archie would love to.
It's the gypsy gangs. You know, that's the gypsy gangs.
Hey, Archie, nobody's coming to steal your lady-sized paddocks. Come on, let's
Seriously, how dangerous is it? I tell you honestly, I would take my Explorer 2. That's what I would take.
Yeah, that's what I did.
That's the perfect watch to take to London. Yes. I tend to look. I'll be honest with you. I think you've got to be careful in England. I don't think it's as bad as, but you've always got to have your guard up. I think that's the secret. You've got to have your guard up.
And the wingman.
Marcelo, do you have a shooter? Do you have one shooter in Leeds? Something?
No.
People do have knives. I think people do have been robbed, haven't they, Alex, in London?
Well, have you ever had a gun or a knife pulled out on you?
Sort of, but anyhow, go on.
No, trust me, it's a very, very frightening experience.
It is
very frightening.
It is. Oh, have you had that happen to you?
Yes, I have.
Holy shit! What happened there?
Well, on the knife situation, I was it was crazy because my parents used to have a takeaway business, like a lot of Gibraltar, like a lot of Greek Cypriots do. And there was this Gibraltar, there's this Cypriot guy who was born in Cyprus, and he did the military service in Cyprus, but they got rid of him because he was that aggressive, and that they said he had some mental streak which I don't like to hear about anybody. I don't wish to say bad about anybody, but so they actually got rid of him because he just was
used
too
to work there in the shop.
Yeah, so he worked with my father, and then one day I was out with him, and a group of lads asked us for the time, and then they pulled a knife out, and he just went up to the guy and said, "What are you going to do with that? Who do you think, what are you going to do with that?" And I just thought, oh no, I don't know. I didn't know what to do. I just froze.
Did you have your Louis Vuitton hard suitcase with you by any chance?
Exactly.
Because I know exactly.
This is when I was this was in my early 20s.
Oh,
so I was half roasted on alcohol.
Yeah.
And he didn't back down, and they just left him. They didn't do nothing. It freaked me out.
Yes.
But he had nerves of steel.
It's very dangerous, the thing is this: you don't want to get hurt. If you are in a bad situation, you're supposed to just give them the thing and go on, because let's face it, money, even an expensive watch, if they put a knife into a ligament, you're going to be fucked for life.
Look, I've had customers that have been tied up in their houses. I've known of somebody that was tied up, and they tied up his daughter, and they wanted to put a boiling water kettle over his daughter's face for his firearms. Look, I know. Listen, what Paul Thorpe told you, is very true. We in the community, we know stuff, and we don't really talk about it because of respect of the people it's happened to, or
holy shit,
it's horrible. Honestly, some of the stuff
I heard that in the UK somebody was murdered for a replica. Actually,
say that again. Sorry.
Someone was murdered for a replica, but that's because they probably didn't know it was a replica. But
I don't know about that. But listen, there's a gentleman that's put Liverpool as a rough place. Well, London's worse, so it's not
Liverpool's
just in
actually quite expensive. Have you been there lately? Liverpool's actually turning
I live here. I live in Liverpool.
Liverpool's turning up market.
Well, look, there's Liverpool's centre is expensive, but these
you've got
crimes...
Rolex there. You've got Rolex ADs there. You've got some really luxury brands that are there, and don't think London's immune from it just because it's a bit posh in some parts. There's some. You have got.
No. Look, one of my friends who lives in the centre of London, he had a solid gold Royal Oak AP on the bracelet, and he was outside his London apartment on the phone like this, talking to somebody about getting a parking permit. He must have got seen, and then the next day he went to leave his place, and there was a guy on a moped who just quietly approached him, put the moped to stand it up, and then went up to him and got a big knife and just put it right into his armpit here and said, "Give me that AP." He knew what it was.
Yeah, the thief become what specialist? Huh?
That's it, gone. You had to give it to him. What are you going to do? Well, you're going to be the bigger man and say no. What's that?
The thieves become what specialist now?
Well, his AP's gone, and then that AP what's quadrupled in its value. Look, this is nothing. I'm telling you.
How much did he pay for the AP, if you don't mind me asking?
He paid retail for it. He was lucky enough to get it for retail, and now they're
still a lot of money.
Yeah, and he's gutted.
Did insurance pay out on that there, or did he have insurance, or?
So what I believe happened is that he was changing insurance providers, but at the time of changing, it wasn't.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, you're never going to get again.
How much is that thing worth now? What's that AP worth now?
Something ridiculous, like 80, 90. Watchfinder have got it up for a ridiculous amount.
So what model was it? What reference number?
So it was the all rose gold AP Royal Oak.
Chronograph or just standard
chronograph on the full rose gold bracelet.
Overseas or non? So offshore.
Overseas is
offshore. Sorry, offshore or non-offshore.
No, it was the really thin one. So it's a non-offshore, isn't it?
Yeah.
The finished one.
Standard. Okay, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, nice piece.
Alex, and I know that soon you're supposed to make an announcement, not yet, about an announcement about the improving all this.
Oh yes. Listen, I genuinely believe it's going to change the market. It will change the market. It'll make things a lot safer.
Do you want the work butt if this happens? Do you want the work butt, Alex? Do you really?
To be honest, look, look, you have to push yourself in life. You have to. I'm not. I don't want to think like that at the moment.
ABC $2. Arch, this is the 2020s. London gangs are multiracial.
Yeah, I see. I don't want to start mentioning like certain races, cultures, etc., because I don't want to go down that road. But it is what it is.
Yeah, no, fair enough. There, it's ABC, very, very true indeed. There.
Hey Archie, speaking of robberies, last night they after they were closed, they robbed the Louis Vuitton store here in the city I'm in.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, they emptied out the whole store.
What city is that?
San Francisco, downtown. They emptied out the whole store. They caught 6 guys. I don't know if there was more of them, but they got 6 guys, and I think they got all the stuff back. But they went for everything.
Shit.
Everything. They cleaned it all out.
I'm just having a look at that now. I'm Googling it. San Francisco Louis Vuitton store emptied by robbers.
There you
Video
go,
shows chaos in Union Square. Far out.
Yeah, right in Union Square. I mean, they were probably going to go for the Rolex boutique next, but there's no watches in it. I mean, there's a few ladies' watches, but...
Holy shit. See, look, that sort of stuff is highly sellable, isn't it?
Well,
That's
you know
the
what they
problem.
do is they come in from Oakland, they steal, and then they jump on the freeway and they just take off back to Oakland. That's what I think most of the time.
Do you know? Can I just say something? Do you know? Do you know what's one of the most craziest scams I ever heard? Do you want to hear it?
What's that?
There was a group of certain. I'm not going to say certain gang. Can we say that?
Yeah.
That would get like they would hire an expensive vehicle from like Hertz or one of these
Yes.
and they would clone the number plates and put it in something like Auto Trader, like Auto Trader where they sell a car, and they'll make it extremely cheap.
Yes.
And what they would do is they would put it up for sale.
Yes.
And they would falsify the paperwork for it, hoping that the person that buys it doesn't really check it as well as they should. So then they get paid cash for it. Then they get somebody else to follow the person. Then at night, with the extra key, cloned key, they would take it back to the company that they've hired it from and gone. Do you understand?
Oh, you're joking.
Now, this is why I always say, why do these criminals never do something that's legitimate? Because if they had a brain like that, they could actually do pretty well in their lives. But they're just habitual criminals. They can't help themselves.
The rush, doing things that are kind of illegal is not as fun.
Jeez, that's pretty nasty.
Yeah, this stuff is crazy.
Somebody was trying to scam me. I was selling my iPhone on eBay today. It finally sold. I got an email says that, oh, I'm away, send it to this other address. And it's like just a completely different account sending me email thinking that maybe I will not check who this message is from. And we'll just post it, just trying all kinds of tricks.
Yeah, and it's big on eBay, because if you look at one of my Trustpilot reviews, one of my 5-star Trustpilot reviews, you'll see there was a guy that asked me to verify a vintage turnograph for him and do some verification condition inspection for him, which I did for him. And someone bought the watch off eBay, so he said, "Listen, Alex, just do the verification and verification condition report for me and send it straight to him." So I did the report and gave him a copy, sent it to this guy, and as soon as he got it, he wanted his money back. He wanted a charge back.
Why is that?
So he just said that he wasn't happy with the watch. Now, this wasn't going through the authentication of eBay, because apparently, I don't know how true this is, I was told that if you mention that you believe that one or two of the parts on the watch is non-original, they're not willing to authenticate it. This is what I was told. I've not looked into this. Now, apparently, eBay stated that if it wasn't verified from myself or somebody that's qualified, then there would have been a situation where it would have been a scam. And then that person disappeared off eBay. So it was a scammer.
No one lost out, but did anyone lose out?
No, because they tried to charge back the money, but eBay went in the favor of the person that sold the watch, which was my client.
Oh, I see.
It's just mad, these people, what they try and get
Anthony
up to.
Napatano, $5. Archie, you're not a dealer, so why do you push people into filling a box of... Archie, you're not a dealer, so why do you push people into filling a box full of watches when 2 pieces that suit your lifestyle is all that's needed? I don't push anyone into anything. I don't get a kickback. Guys, Anthony, I don't get a kickback for anything you buy. Rolex does not give me a brass razoo. I don't get a brass razoo. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Let me tell you that now. I get absolutely nothing.
So, just going back to what Marcello was saying,
I think honestly, to be honest with you there, Anthony, I think 2 watches could be enough for most people. In fact, I'm envious, not of these big collections, but people who have 2 perfect watches. I look at that and say, I wish I could just be so happy with a couple of pieces. How many? Let me say this, Alex. How many fucking pieces do you need to own? How many do you need? Like, we get so caught up. We want a Daytona. We want a GMT. We want a diver. We want a dress watch. We want a this. We want a that. Da, 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 da. How many do you really, really need? And I got to tell you, I think 1, 2, 3 is it. I read an article many years ago that said 1 super watch like a Patek or a Lange and 2 steel Rolexes just to get life done. That's it. And I thought, you know what? That was so to the point. I wish I could be content. Anthony, I got mental problems.
What do you mean you got mental problems?
I need more than... I should be happy with having a 3-piece collection. I would love to have 1 Patek. In my case, 1 Patek.
Hunger Buster, 3-piece meal deal.
1 Patek. And what I would keep is, I reckon I could go a Speedy and the Sub. Speedy, Sub, and 1, say, the white gold Patek.
What are you searching for in life, Archie? I'm gonna really give it to you deep, and not in that sort of way.
And happiness, fulfillment.
Well, you're not gonna have fulfillment by just buying watches. You and I know that. I know that.
No, Alex, regarding what you say, I wish that what you guys are planning to do would be that if I steal a watch, it would be worth it garbage. It would be worth it nothing.
Look, do you know how many people miss the opportunity of buying a good watch?
Mind you, your friend, did he give those numbers to AP and said this watch was stolen? He gave a police report and sent that police report to AP?
Yeah, he bought it direct from AP, so he had no problem reporting it with AP and also the watch register.
How good were they about it? What did they say? Yes, we'll let you know if anything happens.
Look, this is where it gets really difficult, because I've had situations where watches are coming to me, and because I work closely, I work closely with National Crime Agency, with the police, so I have a good reputation with them. So I can ring them up and say, look, this situation has happened. What do you think? Or sometimes they've actually rang me up and said, listen, Alex, there's been a robbery near your area. What do you think? You know, because they just want to get an idea of. So I've had situations where watches are coming to me of either friends have said, Alex, I'm interested in buying this watch. What do you think? And I'll say, bring it to me. We'll check on the watch register. And they've come up stolen. I cannot seize that watch. I have no action, no right to seize the watch. And I say, look, the police can't. I have to give it back. I can't do anything. I have no right to seize it.
So the
I
value,
I have to tell the watch register or the police and say, look, check my CCTV cameras, or this is the person's name, this is the number, and I have to leave it. But I can't say, right, I can't give you that watch back, because I'm not, I don't have that power. I asked for it. I said to them, look, give me the chance, give me the requirements for me to seize goods. And they said, we can't.
Sirocco sales, $5. It's the hoarding, the possessing, the wanting, the needing. Hoard, oh yes. Hoard.
Kleptomaniac.
Ryan Vlogs Live, $5. AC, please pull up the Hoodinky pre-owned watch page. I want your opinion on their pricing and collection for pre-owned. Also, mute Birdman. Thank you, Ryan Vlogs Live. That's appreciative. Let's pull it up. Let's get this baby up on the screen. This is the Hoodinky.
Turmeric will fix all your watch issues.
Hoodinky. They've got it's the pre-owned brand. Where's the pre-owned? The late sections. It's pre-owned. What's it? Where the hell is this? I'm trying to find this thing. Columns. He's got, okay. Latest, the section.
Shop.
What section?
No, it's at the end. Shop.
Oh, shop. Thank you. Because it should be, okay. So then we go pre-owned watches. Okay, let's have a look. Da-da-da-da. Oh, nice little.
We can't see anything, by the way. What the hell?
You
happened?
can't see
Glitched.
anything?
Yeah.
Sorry. Stop.
Why are you looking on Hodinkee though?
Because this guy's paid me to do this. He's asked me to go and have a look and tell me what I think. So I will give him.
But they're massively overpriced.
I think that's the point. Do you understand? That's what he's.
Sorry,
Let's
no.
have a look here. Look, let's have a look at what they've got for sale. The
Yikes.
pre-owned. Holy shit! Look at this here.
Hey, there's
This is US dollars. They got a Daytona, a black Daytona 33. That's kind of the money, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
They've got a Speedy 4.9.
You know, Rolex bought his for 4,400 brand new.
Well, how much is the IWC? What, 10,000? What?
Well, their strap wasn't in the shower.
Oh yeah, of course. Listen, I'm not going to leave it in my gym bag.
I got to be completely honest with you there. Let's have a look there. What have they got under? They got Patek. Let's have a look at Patek's. Look at that. The Nautilus. Look at this. Foley. 95,000.
100. Smackaroo. 115.
Oh, shit. Look at this. 5196. 22,000. That's
retail.
Do you know what? Listen, this is where I don't understand.
I owned one of these. I had a 3944. That's the quartz. $9,000. Nobody. That's not worth. It's only a.
How much did you buy yours for?
I bought it 4,000. But that was a long time ago. It's a long time ago. Look at this. These prices
That's
here.
a platinum one with the.
It's a platinum one. Yeah.
Wow.
Are those prices negotiable? Are they negotiable?
No,
I don't think they are.
Hodinkey's not negotiable.
Look at this. Look at Rolex. Let's look at some Rolex. Look at this. A Milgauss 10,000. Yeah, that's a green Explorer 1.
I like that Yachtmaster with that white platinum dial, whatever they call it.
GM, look at the 16, 7, 10, 12. Oh, that's not terrible, is it?
The bezel doesn't look right.
No, it's because it looks black. It's in black. It's in black and white, right? I'm seeing black and white. So
let's have a look here. They got a 16, 6, 10. Some of their Rolex.
Ooh, look at that Explorer 1. That's the new one?
I don't know why they got Patek in the Rolex. Why they got Patek? Oh, is that because I've ticked both boxes?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Got you. Rolex. Look, Hodinkey's never cheap. Holy shit. No, look. I some of his Rolex actually isn't as bad as you think. The Rolex, some of his IWCs is lunacy. Look at his APs. What's his APs like? Let's have a look at his APs. Look at this, Alex. What do you think of APs? My God.
Actually, was that the one? I'm not sure if
that's
it was
a non-chronograph.
Yeah, that's the non-chronograph. I'm just thinking, was it the non-chronograph he had or the chronograph?
$80,000. Beautiful watch. Alex, I got to be completely honest with you. Why doesn't he go back to AP and see if they can sell him one at retail? Then he wouldn't be that badly off, would he?
Look, psychologically, when you go through that situation, and to be honest with you,
can he afford to pay for another one?
I think he's got better things to think about. He's my investor. He's one of my investors in my business that's starting next year. So he's just he's got other things to
But I got to tell you, it's maybe he should go to AP and see if he can get one at retail and say, look, I had mine stolen. I love the brand. I'm not a flipper. Can you help me get one again?
To be honest with you, I think he's happy with. He's got a Day Platinum 36mm on original diamond bezel and blue diamond dial. Box papers 2008. It's actually in my safe.
Here we go.
It's in my safe.
Hodinkey pre-owned watch. What do we think? Anything Hodinkey does generally is very expensive.
Yeah. Very expensive.
Very, very expensive. No bargains there, but You know what? They're in New York. Like, I got to be totally honest with you. Can I say this without offending
New Yorkers?
anybody?
Probably not.
Okay, let me just say this. Okay, like people whinge in the diamond industry. They say, the market's shit. The internet destroyed the world. Well, guess what? Many of the people in the diamond district in New York were bloody assholes to deal with. They would rip customers off. And you know what? Blue Nile, which is an Indian company, they basically slaughtered the market now.
I think it's brilliant what Blue Nile have done.
I tend to agree with you. I think exactly right. Because realistically, diamonds, you got everyone knows what's it? It's the C's. Carat, cut, clarity, the 4 C's, the 4 C's. And it should be a commoditized item because let's face it, that's what it is.
Look, when you're buying diamonds, it's always important that you buy the certification, because anyone can certify a diamond, but a true certification is a GIA. And if you're buying a carat, always buy below, and don't go for a D, because apparently your eyes can't naturally tell from a D to a F or a G.
Oh, look, I'd be buying I, G.
No, I will go down the FG. I is going to slightly is going to be drawing yellow, isn't it?
Commercial white. Me too, $5. Arch in the gang, Tudor GMT.
What's that?
Versus Tudor Rolex GMT. Other than the aesthetics and name, they seem evenly matched on quality thoughts. I think the Tudor GMT is a bit too bulky. It's like the Black Bay. It's a bit bulky. But you know what? I think the Tudor GMT is a magnificent watch. It's a great watch. But it's all, why do you buy these things? It's all in the prestige, you know? Why do you buy any of this stuff? It's to impress people. We don't even
none of us will buy this stuff if they didn't hold their value and didn't have such a status symbol. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
Who would buy them? Anyone that says, well, I like it for what it is. Okay, well, you're very lucky. You're very fortunate to afford it and buy it for what it is. But these people will buy it because they want to be seen wearing it to impress people they don't even like or don't even know. That's just a fact.
Evil Dick, $5.
Can I add to that other one?
Yep.
I think the Diet Pepsi is good enough. When I got my Explorer 2, the Diet Pepsi did not exist. Now in the current market, I look at the 2 watches and it's like, if you can get the Explorer 2 retail, go for it. But if you're gonna buy over retail, just get the Pepsi, the Diet Pepsi. It's a great watch.
Just get what you like and afford. Do you know what I mean? Just get what you like and afford.
Evil Dick, $5. Archie's wingman in London. #birdbrain.
Hey,
thank you.
Marcelo, you coming to the London Watch Show?
He's got a business to run.
Oh.
Yeah, it would be
5
hard
days.
And there's ER. Hello. Always make sure you get a valuation for your diamonds either way.
Yeah, she's totally 100% true on that. 100%, and make sure.
Let's talk about this.
She just got a beautiful set of earrings, pink diamonds. You know, in the Argyle, Australian
natural pinks.
Natural pink, yes.
Very
expensive. Very.
What size of each ear?
0.34. Quarter
of each ear.
Yeah, quarter carat each ear, which
and
is
then natural.
Actually, yes. Yeah.
Or GIAs.
Yes, there's actually it's the Argyle mine in Australia. These are top shelf.
Can I ask who ER is?
She's just a very, very good fan of the channel. She's
the regulator.
She's a lady.
The wind and the sails of the show, right, Arch?
Yeah. We just look. We gotta have her like a patron. She's like a patron saint.
Yes.
And She's done a lot for me. She's helped me over the years when, things weren't so great. They're a bit better now, I'll be honest with you. Mind you, the last couple of days, you guys talk about Archie's making 300,000 a year. Why don't you go and have a look how great it's been lately?
I've noticed
Go
that
and
he
take
has.
a look how great it's been, because it has been pretty skinny.
Can I just ask, just on the comments,
Sure.
ER's put, those bastards drill diamonds, etc. Be very careful. Now, I'm guessing when she's saying drill, she means that you can actually buy diamonds that have been, there's a name for it, where they drill into the diamond and they actually
they take
fill
the
it.
imperfections out.
Yeah. As long
Nice.
as it's been shown on the certification that that's what they've done, that's fine. But when it's not, then obviously it's against. Well, it is against the law. It's illegal, isn't it?
Yeah. They. Oh, is she? Who's she?
Clarity enhanced. That's it.
Clarity
Sorry,
enhanced.
yeah.
Yes,
You know what is nice about diamonds?
Diego wants the link.
That I wish they would do this with the watches, is that if you steal them, they're worth like shiny glasses.
She says
They're
that they
worth nothing.
they won't admit that. Well, that's interesting, because listen, clarity enhanced. There's nothing wrong with it as long as you know what you're buying.
Mm.
No. You did not understand what I said.
Sorry, go on.
When you steal it,
Yeah.
the value of that diamonds is worth like shiny glasses. It's worth nothing.
What, the diamond?
Yeah.
When you steal it, but why is it worth nothing though?
Because of the code numbers inside.
It doesn't matter. They take it off.
Well,
$2. Where's
They
Archie?
take it
And
off.
we've also got Sirocco sales. Okay, please mute Marcelo for 5 minutes, just in case. I think
Marcelo,
Tim's on a warning. Tim's on a warning. What's happening?
Marcelo, it's very, very difficult to find diamonds once they're stolen. It's extremely difficult.
I tend to agree with Alex is saying there.
Extremely difficult. They get rid of serial numbers on diamonds. It's not hard to do
because it's laser etched. It's laser etched. They can polish it down a bit. There's many tricks of the trade, as they say. But guys, getting back to watch talk. Let me just say this. I really wish I could have a 3-piece. I think that's enough. How many is it, Alex? Do you ever talk to collectors who have sold off their collection, say, you know what, I just need 3 or 2 pieces? Have you ever had that happen, Alex? Or they want more?
I think everybody's different, aren't they? I always find, like, I wouldn't say 3 is the magic number, but for me it is, or even less than 3. But I think you have to, for people that can buy watches and see it as being collectible and don't get paranoid or anxious or start to lose sleep, if they scratch it or if they drop it, are very fortunate people. You get some people that will analyze a watch too much to the point where owning it becomes too much of a headache. Do you know what I mean? It's about trying to find a balance. Trying to find a balance of appreciating what you own rather than it owning you. I always say, you own the watch, don't let the watch own you, because that's what can happen.
$2, Archie. I've lost my cat. Thank you. Let me say this to you, Alex. You mentioned you're getting a partner in. You're getting a business partner in.
2 business partners.
Would you ever get a Rolex or a watch to celebrate this great event? Maybe that could be what you should do.
Kind of event.
Maybe he's getting some business partners in. Maybe you should celebrate it. Oh, there's
lovely collection.
Look at this. Nice. Let's have a look at that. He's got the Pam. He's got the Omega, the Breitling, and then 3 Rolex. Yeah.
Wow.
Get rid of the Breitling. Get rid of the Breitling.
Does he need
Get
2
rid
subs?
of the Omega.
Does he need 2 subs?
He's got a gold one and a steel one.
Yeah. It's kind of repetitive, no?
No.
He's a gold Daytona.
The Panerai, Marcello, did you buy that Panerai from an authorized dealer?
He's had that for a while.
You didn't.
Anthony Napolitano, Archie, watches are your livelihood, so it's okay. I got to be totally honest with you guys. Marcelo, I don't know if you know this, Alex.
Yeah.
But he's living in Japan. He doesn't own property like a house. So what he's done is he wants to be liquid. He can't put it in the bank account because interest rates are less than 0. He wants something that holds value. So what Marcelo did was he put money into this collection here. See, so but basically those gold Rolexes, the Smurf and the meteorite dial and the Cermet, that's his life savings.
Did he get that retail? I don't remember.
He got the meteorite dial retail and the Smurf retail, and I think the Cermet. The Devil's here. Hello, the Devil. How are you?
Hi, Devil.
Great there, Archie. Look, listen, just a quick question for Alex. Alex, I'm just wondering, what time will you be coming to dinner tonight, Alex? Should I set a plate for you and a friend, or are you just going to be coming by yourself?
No,
I'll join.
It's just going to be me, you, the Devil.
Okay, I'm not sure about you, Timmy. Anyway, have a great show. Bye.
Who the hell is that?
The Devil.
Seriously.
The Devil himself.
GR, $2. How much money do you need, young man? There we go. I got to tell you, Alex, why don't you celebrate the partnership by getting a beautiful watch for yourself?
Listen, I'm going to celebrate when you come down to London. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to give you a big hug. Me and Paul Thorpe are going to give you a big hug. We're going to take you down London. We're going to get you absolutely annihilated on the alcohol, on the whiskey.
That sounds like
sit
fun.
down.
I'll live stream it. I'll live stream it.
Yeah, Tim's going to live stream it. About 24-hour live stream. He's going to make £1 million.
It's going to be epic.
Epic. Absolute ball, $5. A watch show pick would be gold with Marcelo and Marco together. Marco, the man standing on his toes, reaching under Marcelo's shoulder. There we go. It's there we go. We read that. Guys, I got to tell you seriously, I think if I can give you some advice, I'd say to Tim, you know what we do with you, Tim?
What's up?
I reckon what you do is you keep 3 watches.
3. Which ones?
Sub, Explorer 2,
yes,
and the Daytona.
That's the first 3 I've ever got.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the
Diego, what are you doing there?
original
What are you
collection.
doing? Oh, he's lighting a cigar.
Damn.
Wow, what sort of cigar is that? Give us a look.
Is there either a big cigar or he has a really small face?
Padron?
Cristo.
Damn.
What is that?
It's
I
Padron.
wish I could smoke those and my
Look
wife
like a
wouldn't be
Padron, huh?
angry.
Are you allowed to smoke that inside there?
Box pressed.
I'm outside.
I like. Do you like box pressed, William?
Yeah, they're all right.
This
But
is
you
square
see the thing
ones,
with
guys.
the
This
thing
is
with the
square.
Padrones though, the Padrones only have a single cap on them. You got to watch out when you cut those. If you cut down too far, you'll cut the whole cap
Unravel.
off.
Yeah,
And they'll
yeah,
unravel.
yeah.
A lot of cigars have a double or a triple cap,
Yes,
but those have a
yes,
single cap.
You don't want to cut too much off.
No.
I totally.
Actually, I like
Totally.
to use on those. I like to use the
Now,
punch.
Timmy, you're supposed to have a humidor. I hate having
I have to
cigars.
smoke
in
it.
plastic.
I have to smoke it in the next couple of days. Maybe today.
Definitely. Look at this. I like the ritual, the madman ritual. Look at this.
Wow.
It's good. Do you smoke cigars, Alex?
The last time I smoked a cigar was when I was in Mexico when I proposed to my fiance, and I think I lost my voice for about 4 days.
Oh, you're not supposed to suck it down.
I know, but it just, I had one of those Romeo and Julietas, I think. Did I? I think I did.
A great cigar.
And it just didn't work for me.
No, it's an acquired thing. You can't just jump into it. You've got to. Yeah.
Aftertaste.
Yeah, it's,
makes your
I-
stomach.
Here we go, Alex. I got rid of the Breitling.
Oh,
Get
he's
rid
got
of
a-
that Breitling. Get rid of the
You've got a
Omega.
date just there. Is that your wife's date just?
Yeah, it's the wife Datejust. Yeah.
Is that a new Datejust? It looks like a vintage.
Yes, yes, it's the motif one.
Bring it up to the camera. Oh, actually, that's
Wow.
beautiful. That's beautiful. It's a rose gold and steel.
As a Jubilee dial.
Bezel
Oh, no,
sharp,
sorry. Fluted dial.
Motif.
The
Yeah,
fluted
the
dial,
bezel is
Fluted.
still not sharp, yeah. Fluted.
GR's $2.
Yeah.
It's not bright inside to wear glasses, young man.
Oops.
No, it's okay. I'm doing the same. You're cool.
Me too.
I gotta tell you, that's beautiful. Alex, you know what? I think for Diego's got enough watches. How many, Diego, you have got the watches you got the Explorer 1 and you got a sub, don't you?
Yeah, and then I got a GMT, a Explorer 2, 2 Constellations, a Datejust, and then a couple shitters.
Maybe you got too many there, Diego.
Yeah, maybe.
What about you, William? You've got a big collection, haven't you?
No, I got 4 Rolexes, and I got a few Omegas, and I got a Tudor. And I want to get rid of one of the Submariners, though. It's hard to figure out which one to get rid of. Either the 40 mil ceramic.
But they're such a good buy. Like, you're not losing money on it. What are you going to do with the money?
I don't know. Put it into another watch.
But why?
I think.
Don't ever
I
sell.
can't make up my mind. I don't know what I'm going to do.
When I was Diego age, this was my luxury watch. This is the only watch I had.
Yes, I remember that. The tags were very. That's a beautiful watch. Blue dial.
Sexy.
That's quartz, isn't it?
It's a quartz, yeah. That was
it looks like the battery's dying. The battery's dying there. You need
Yeah,
to
that's called the EOL, end of life indicator.
Wow. Every 4 seconds. Damn.
You better if you're not going to wear it, take the battery, take it out because they leak. They leak.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Yeah, you don't want it to damage inside there. Alex, let me ask you this. Why don't you get a special watch to commemorate? You know, you should, I think, cornerstones in your life. Don't you think it's good to commemorate certain achievements?
Of course, yeah. But I like to, I don't, as much as it'd be nice to get a watch, it's not really, I don't really want to do that. I just want the business to become highly successful and to bring everybody together.
But wouldn't it be nice to have a nice watch? You're a watchmaker. You could understand what I'm not telling you to buy a gold AP.
Yeah, but what's a nice watch though?
You know what? For you, I can pick it. I can tell you exactly what would be perfect for you. You know what would be perfect?
Reverso.
I reckon an Air King would be good. You want something you can wear every day without any. I reckon an Air King would be good for you. A Milgauss.
I'm on the wait list for Milgauss and the Air King. They said whichever one comes first, they'll try to help me out.
A Z Blue would be good for you, Alex.
Well, I've already put my name down for the green dial OP.
Oh, you're joking. 41.
Well, I didn't even put my name down. I was told it's going to be a green dial, and I was like, I didn't want to argue with the guy. I went, yeah, okay, thank you.
Wow.
Oh, you're going to keep it?
Yeah, I won't sell it because of the person that is getting it for me. I wouldn't do that.
No.
That's the one I would get. I like the green a lot.
I like the green, British Racing green.
I want the pink dial one.
That's in only 36. You can't get it 41.
You can't get it in 41.
Trust me, I
Really?
tried.
GR $2. All these gangsters need to shave.
Oh,
Yes,
okay. I'm a
that's
gangster
it.
now.
I got to tell you guys, seriously, I would say there, the watch front itself there, I think it's a good hobby. There can be a lot worse hobbies than collecting wristwatches. There's a lot worse hobbies. And I think myself, you've got to look at these things. We're in a weird time. Inflation has gone ballistic. Diego, your apartment sold in a couple days, didn't it?
Sold in less than a day.
Maybe it was too cheap.
No, and someone else said that in the comments. The problem with getting more than what it's worth is it won't appraise. And when your home doesn't appraise, the seller and the buyer have two options. The buyer can say, well, you cover the difference. And as a seller, you don't want to have to come out of $20,000 just because it didn't appraise. Does that make sense?
Yes, 100%.
So
I
mine
understand.
sold considerably over what one sold for back in April, same floor plan, and it sold for over my asking price. And the best part is they want to close the 10th of December, but we're not moving out till the 22nd. They're going to pay 2/3 of my mortgage for December. They're not charging us rent while we stay. So it worked out pretty well.
Lucky man. That's
Daniel
why you're
Katz,
smoking the cigar.
$2.80. Tim, great hairstyle. That's just unkept. It's called
Hey
unkept.
Archie, I gotta drop off. Thanks for having me on.
William, it's been great having. Any questions you want to throw to Alex? You want to throw Alex a question?
Not really, but I would just say it was nice listening to you, Alex. Smart guy.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks to
Alex,
you
they
too.
want
All right.
Bye, William.
I do. They want it for my
Stay sexy.
$500 to fix it.
Who's that?
Can you do me a favor, Marcello? On a serious note, tell me that in Hebrew. I'd love to listen to it. Go on.
Are you serious?
Yeah, go on. Listen. I want to hear it.
Okay. תג הויר, הם ביקשו ממני $500 בשביל לסדר את השעון.
Wow. How much dollar? say that again. How much dollar?
$500.
How much more dollar?
Yeah, this is $500.
How much more dollar? Mazel tov.
I mean, you used to live in Caprice, right?
Sorry?
You used to live in Caprice?
Is that how you say Cyprus?
Yeah.
No. My parents were born there. I wasn't born there. I was born down south in UK. But it's interesting how you say Cyprus, Cyprus. Cyprus actually comes from the word copper. So that's why it's called
Tim, when did you get that Daytona?
Cyprus.
Actually, in Hebrew, we're going to call it Capricin.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Okay, I don't know. You were the first video I saw on YouTube of the new 36mm Explorer. I didn't know who you were back then, but I wanted one. I was typing it in, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy, and how did he get one?"
Yeah. I was the first one to get one in New York.
You made like 20 videos of it. I loved it.
It's ratings gold. Actually, I'm gonna go back to making videos about that watch. I tried to go to the Tudor boutique today, find out a little bit about that the new Pelagos. Guess what? They don't have none. They said the salespeople,
surprising,
they don't know anything about it. They said we haven't seen one. They probably gave like 2 or 3 of those to the manager, and the manager gave them to his VIPs. So those actually going to be extremely exclusive, maybe valuable. I don't know. It's people are dunking on that watch, but I think it's going to be a hype beast type of situation.
Which watch is this?
Alex,
the new Pelagos.
Yes.
Yeah. They're unavailable. They're
that's for the moment.
By the way, Arch, pull up the watch that I have on the thing. That's the Grand Seiko Archie's curtains dial.
Archie's curtains dial.
Archie, drop a link for Sirocco.
Sure. Sirocco sales $5. Diego talking in class. Please mute 5 minutes.
Ooh.
No, I don't ever sleep, Stuart Pitt. I'm always working.
Yes, he's a hardworking guy, our Alex. Alex, tell me this. What's the perfect number of watches for happiness? You see them come in as customers. What is happiness? What customers are the most happy? Tell me the brand of watch and how big is their collection?
Well, it depends. I mean, look, you have to kind of appreciate who they are. Are they happy in themselves? I think it's obvious no matter how many watches you have, it doesn't make you happy. Well, it can make you happy for a certain amount of time, but it doesn't make you like fully fulfilled, does it? It's just a hobby. It's a passion.
I think Archie would, maybe even you would hate me to say that, but I wish I could had RM 35. I really, really wanted that watch.
You know what, Marcelo? Maybe
It's a difficult question for me to answer because I know people that have got 2 watches and I know people that have got 20 watches. I know somebody that's got a collection of about 15 to 20 million. You know, and well, he's very happy. I'll be honest with you, but you know.
GR $2. How do I look? Have you seen my cat? And Mr. Tudor to you $5. Tim, the Pelagos is awesome. Tool of tool watches. I sent a picture to Arch yesterday on stream, fresh out of the AD.
Congratulations, Mr. Tudor, to you. I'm so happy they allocated one for you. It is. I have a gentleman in the WhatsApp group who also got one, and he's been sharing the pictures. And man, the lume on that watch is just incredible.
Yes, this is the Tudor Pelagos
with fixed. Yep, it's got the fixed.
There we go.
What's it called? Basically,
there we go. That's it. There. I love that. That's that rubber or the little fabric strap on it. Very cool.
Yeah, rubber. Oh, and bidirectional bezel.
Bidirectional.
Yeah, because it's actually like for navigation. It's very gimmicky. But the point is, it's actually in real life applications probably more useful. Because if you need to set an egg on timer, it's so much easier.
Yeah, but you know why a Submariner bezel goes one way, don't you?
Right. But for diving, if you accidentally knock it to the side, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, how many people with Submariners ever dive in their life?
There's only one certain diving that they do.
Yeah. So this is actually much more practical.
I like bezel. Swing both ways.
Hey, Tattoo.
This is basically the same watch. Almost.
Wow.
Actually, I got to tell you the truth. I think Marcelo's 58 looks nicer. I think this is just pull it back a bit, Marcelo. It's not in focus. Just pull it back a bit. Push it back. Take it back. Yeah, that's better now. It's better. That's a beautiful watch. Look at that.
I got the black one.
And that's the 58. I think that's the perfect sizing. I never really liked titanium as a metal. Alex, what do you think of titanium?
I've never really appreciated titanium on a watch.
All right, just put mine full screen.
It's too light. It's way too light.
Oh, beautiful. Look at that. That's the black.
Yeah.
I must say, I think I prefer Marcelo's blue. I got to tell you honestly.
That's the one I'm giving away, though.
Oh, I wouldn't give it away. Just can that idea. It's a
made
stupid
a
idea.
Already made a promise. By the way, I'm losing subscribers. It's
LA Methwich $2. Arch, I have 0 watches. Thoughts? Yes, that's how it goes.
What?
Look at those 2 blue. Alex, I want to ask you something. What's your view on ceramic watches?
What, in terms of the bezel?
Like the case, ceramic case bezels. Sorry, ceramic case.
Ceramic case. It's good, but if you drop it, then you're a bit screwed, aren't you? That's the only problem.
I'm always worried about micro cracks. What do you think of micro cracks? Hairline
cracks? That can happen. You just got to be extra careful. If it's a ceramic case, you've got to be extra careful. Ceramic bezels, obviously, you still got to be careful, but
you see, whoever said I wish I had the Smurf, that's why I bought the Black Bay 58 Blue. You can see they are so different. They are nothing in compare, actually.
No.
Look at the luster. The luster of the steel, which is gold. Man, you really wears yours. It's like really beaten up.
Yeah. This is my working watch. You're talking about the Smurf, huh?
That's the one. Yeah. That's the one you fry those steaks.
Exactly.
Right?
I tried to create a patina in the white gold.
Here we go. GR $2. That chubby fella can't read. Where's Archie? And we've got LA Methwich. Arch, I have 0 watches. Thoughts?
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I don't think it's true either, but that's okay. Do
you think
I'll put it simply? Back in 1999, I spent $25,000 in hi-fi audio gear. When in hindsight, if I had put that money in a managed investment, I would have turned that 25 into 200. Yes.
Hi-fi audio equipment. Wow.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, but it's
But
easy
I mean,
to say that, you know.
life's not always about.
Hi-fi.
If my grandmother had bollocks, she'd be my granddad. You know what I mean? So there's no point thinking like that in life, is there?
No, that's exactly it. That is exactly it.
But maybe that's why you live the good life, you know, with the hi-fi. You know, you can come home and enjoy life.
Exactly. You know, you can
Yeah.
listen to all types of music. You can listen to a bit of Kate Bush. You know, what more do you want, Tim?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you guys one more thing.
Just relax.
Exactly. Some nice whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, man, that's living, isn't it? See,
Yeah.
life is not always about choosing the cheapest options. Otherwise, we'd all be driving Hyundai i30s. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alex,
look,
what do you think of the Hyundai i30?
it's not really my. It's all right. It's a cool car.
Guys,
It's not.
what do you
white.
think? If you don't have enough money to buy the Tudor, could you be satisfied with this
No
Seiko?
way.
But that's an expensive Seiko. That's $1,000 Seiko, isn't it?
1,600. This is
that's actually quite an amazing. It's a pro. Is it what
Wow.
is that? What model is that there? That's a what?
This
What
is the
it?
Prospect.
Prospect.
think
Yeah, that's right.
the
Prospect. That's it.
183.
Wow. Beautiful.
So that's not a discount diver. That's actually an expensive Seiko.
Yeah, this one is a limited edition that came out, and I have also a rubber strap for it. Actually, a silicone strap for it.
Flippin' Zippo, $2.80. Listen to Portsea Head.
Okay. Cool.
I got to tell you, Alex, I really wish you would commemorate the start of the partnership with getting yourself a beautiful. I'm not telling you to buy an AP. Why don't you get just a no-date sub? That's what you need. No-date sub.
No. I just want this business to start and then be successful in it. You know, I'm offering an opportunity for everyone to become a watch dealer of their own, and also to buy and sell watches safely and securely. That's my end goal strategy to my business.
You want to leave a legacy, huh?
Leave a legacy. Well, you know, it depends
Jamie
what you see as a
Corpulence.
legacy.
Hello to Marcelo and the panel, but not to Toyota Mo. I like the software they've used. What do you think of that software?
Archie, you missed the super chat.
Mr. Super Chat. Flippin' Zippo.
Before that.
Mr. Grand. Thorpe has a poll for your London visit on the channel. Wow. That's fantastic. What a great sport. What's the poll saying?
Oh, I don't want to find out. Let's see here.
I noticed he called out a bunch of channels. He said go subscribe, but he didn't include Marcelo time.
Oh no.
That's oops. Did he mention my channel?
No.
Okay,
Where's the poll? Where's the poll?
So this is the breakdown. Yes, he's the pontiff 44%.
Look at this. I'm just gonna bring that up on the screen. We're gonna share that now. This is a good share screen. Paul Thorpe.
Oh my god.
Look at this. Should I pay for Archie Luxury to stay in London for the London Watch Show? You guys get the final say.
Wow.
Wow. Yes, he's the pontiff. No, he's a nutcase. I really don't. Oh, 44%. Look at this. No, he's a nutcase. And I don't care. I just want to meet Gringa.
Well, he already said
44% actually is good.
I met Gringa. So did Tim, didn't you, Tim?
I did. Yes, she's very
lovely.
very lovely.
Yeah, she's cool. Really cool.
I got to tell you, that's amazing.
Let me show you a video. Let me show you a video, guys. This is so funny.
44% actually is not bad at all. Actually,
it's not terrible. It could be worse.
Right.
I voted there too, by the way, guys. Look at those beautiful. Alex, I think if you don't want to spend big money, why don't you get a Tudor for yourself? Yeah, a Tudor GMT, Pepsi, Tudor GMT.
Oh, they're too thick.
The thing is, Archie, it's a bit bittersweet for me, and what I mean by that is that I'm lucky enough to work on watches, but at the same time, it doesn't become like so exciting because
Actually, put
I'm
me big
seeing
screen.
these watches every day. So something that grabs me has to be really special. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't you think the Seiko is a Black Bay 58 replica?
Do I think what, sorry?
That the Seiko is a Black Bay 58 replica?
Oh, the leads are weak. I tell you what,
Alex.
I like that. What Seiko's just here? That's the same one? No.
No, this is the SPB 145.
How much was that?
It come with they call this. This was a boutique edition.
How
and
much?
They call this green olive something. I
How
don't
much?
know. For me, it looked like brown. But
How
they
much
call
was
it
that?
Green. 1,500.
Oh, okay.
This is
Yeah.
Seiko Black Bay 58. What do you guys think?
I like it. Look, it's not a garbage. The thing is, this is not the cheap line. What do you think, Alex? Seiko? Well, yes, no, maybe? Give me an answer.
No.
You don't like Seiko?
No.
Now, I'm going to say why Alex said that. He's actually right, because when you wind the watch, you feel very weak, very, I don't know. You know what I mean, Alex? Like very, they look like a toy in a way inside.
I don't know. Look, listen, the Grand Seikos are cool watches, but once again, they're not cheap, and I don't expect
Can you
them to be
get parts?
cheap.
These aren't Grand Seikos. These are kind of the level.
No, I know those are not Grand Seikos, but I'm just talking about Grand Seikos. But even Grand Seikos, it's just the name Seiko.
Does Seiko let you get parts? Will they sell you parts?
No.
I don't even know, Archie, because I don't even book them in.
No, because they're all handcrafted in Japan.
By the way, Alex,
no. I'm talking about normal Seiko. Normal Seiko. Does normal Seiko?
I don't work on them. I don't work on Seiko.
Okay.
Not because I don't. It's just I just don't. And no disrespect to the brand. I just
no. Of course.
Did you have the chance to open a spring drive to see how?
No. Doesn't enter. No, I wouldn't work on it.
Stephen Monash, $5. Mute Marcelo. Sorry, Marcelo. We love you. Alex, I want to say this to you, Alex. By the way, if you're getting late, Alex, you can leave at any time there. You don't have to just hang on there. We've got another 54 minutes to go. I'm doing the show today. But if you have to go, Alex, you go home and see your wife. What time is it in London now? In Liverpool,
7 minutes
I should
past
say.
1. 7 minutes
Shit,
past 1
Alex.
in the morning.
You want to go? You can go, man.
No, I'll be on for another 5 minutes. Then I'll.
Okay.
I'll just
Alex, I want to say something to you. The other thing is, you mentioned a very good point. You may have a good, secure safe at home. Right, I'll tell you honestly, I've actually increased my security. Okay, what I've done is I've. The thing is this: if someone wants to get in, they will always get in. Okay. I've got special security screens, which cost me a lot of money. I don't keep many watches at home, but I've upgraded the quality of the safe. And I've also got special cameras, which let me, it gives me some security. Now, the only problem is, as Alex has said there, when you mentioned that story where somebody was going to have hot water spilled,
right.
if someone's going to hurt you, what's wrong, Tim?
I was just a question. Do you have like traps around your house, kind of Home Alone style?
You know what? In the Australia, you get charged with murder if someone gets hurt in that
while trying to rob you.
No, because like what normally happens is some bastard who comes to measure the meter might get hurt. They could sue you. You've got to be very careful. But Alex, the danger is no matter how good your security or your safe is, if someone pulls a gun to your head, you're going to open it, aren't you? So
you just have two safes.
I'll just say blow my brains out all over the safe.
You mentioned that like you're looking after watches for one of your investors, and that's because he doesn't want them at his home. That's what he's saying, isn't it?
No, it's because I'm selling the watch for him, and my premises is highly secure and highly insured. But if you're keeping your watches in your house, I wouldn't suggest it. I would suggest that you keep them out of your house like a safety deposit box. But if you are keeping them in your house, best thing to do is get 2 safes in separate rooms, fill one of the safes with a load of
fake
decoys, and just make sure you take them to that safe if they hold you up at gunpoint or knife point. But that's very easy to say because when someone's holding you at gunpoint and knife point, it is a very difficult situation to be in. So you just got to remember that, to take them to the safe where it has the non-original watches in and God knows what else in there. And it's best to have a smoke cloak in your house, a panic buttons in your house. If you can carry firearms legally, then and you're allowed to shoot to kill, if you can, then
not in Australia.
Well, yeah, you do need.
I got to be honest with you, Alex. Let me tell you, like the UK, you guys don't have guns. The police don't have guns themselves. Our police do have guns, okay? But I got to tell you, I kind of think it's better. I don't mean to stir you guys there, but we had our conservative government. We had a shooting, and they got rid of a lot. They outlawed a lot of stuff.
The conservative? There's Democrats. It's reversed.
No, the right wing. Our conservative is our right wing side. They're called the Liberal Party. Believe it or not, our conservative party is called the Liberal Party.
Well, you know what? That's a lot of people don't understand. Like that, the Democrat Republican doesn't really mean anything. It's just it's just the word that they use for the party.
Exactly. Here we go. We've got super chat here. Fluted bezel, $8. Arch, what do you think about the 5146G annual calendar that Cove has up at Luxuria? Actually, I had a look at that. That's the white gold one. It's on his website. 48,000. I thought, shit, that's a bit expensive because I look at chrono. I always, as a guide, if you see something somewhere, check it out on chrono. I check chrono pricing. Admittedly, that's landed in Australia, and you could probably get a bit of a discount from Cove. It's a beautiful watch. Beautiful. Alex, tell me this. Would you don't want to get any commemorative watch for yourself?
No, that's not really what I want to do just now. I just want to laser focus on this new.
But just one watch.
Business.
Just one watch. Just one.
You keep mentioning this. It's like you want me to go and buy it. You keep pulling my leg on this, Archie.
I mean, you got contacts. Paul Thorpe would help you. He's got contacts in the industry. You've got. I suppose you did mention you've got that OP coming.
Exactly.
The green dial OP.
Whenever that's coming.
Actually, that could be a perfect watch to have.
Yeah, exactly. I'd wear that. I wouldn't sell it. I'd wear it. My aim is just to collect watches for my son. I just collect them, and then when he gets to 18, then he can have them.
I'm already 32. What are you talking
about?
Alex, it's been a pleasure having you on, man. It's been really pleasure to have you on. I want to thank you for coming on. It's an absolute honor to have you here. So you're welcome anytime you want. Just jump on the stream. You don't need to ask me. Just you're welcome anytime you want. Please. Just come on, man. Just come on, okay?
But promise me one thing, yeah?
Yes.
You are going to come to London, aren't you?
You betcha.
Is that 100%?
It's 95% at the moment.
What's the 5% though?
Yeah, I'll have it confirmed in the next couple of days. Okay.
Well, the 5% is his wife is thinking of retiring at 55, and it could cause a lot of problems.
Something tells me he doesn't have to ask his wife anything.
I tell you honestly, I would like to go. I'm actually, I just got to get. I don't know what's wrong with me. I got some hesitation. Why? I haven't traveled for I don't know. I got mental problems. It's a long trip. We'll have to do a raiser. We'll have to raise the funds, but it's all good indeed. And yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. I was just going to bring up.
We can do a GoFundMe.
Sirocco Sales. Sorry, but that caterpillar with the brown thing stuck out under it is very off-putting.
You know,
Yes.
it's off-putting is Sirocco's
Sirocco's
skin. It looks like a baseball glove.
Sirocco Sales. He's a lovely guy. I love my Sirocco. Come on, Sirocco.
Where's he from?
It was from Jersey in England. He's from Jersey.
Where does he live now in that boat?
He lives on a boat in the water. He lives in an ocean. In Queensland. It's a long way from me, but Bundaberg he lives.
Archie,
He lives in,
have you had the 2 pricks in you yet?
Yes, yeah, I've got double vaccinated, double vaxxed.
You've been double
AstraZeneca. Double AstraZeneca.
When you're getting the booster shot?
I've only just got the double shot, so it's 6 months later. So there's no rush. Sirocco, how are you, my friend?
Good morning, Archie. Talking of booster shots, I'm going to volunteer to have one 2 days before I go to Mexico.
Ah, that's a good idea.
You know, because that little side effect has worn off now. I've just got a peanut fetish.
Do you mean you're going to sail to Mexico?
No, I'm flying to Mexico.
How are you going to take your boat on the plane?
No, he's not. Here we go, guys. Have a look at this very quickly. The paddock. This is at Luxuria, 48,850. I think it's a little high. If you want to ask me honestly, I think it's a little high. I'd try and get a bit of a discount. Is it box and papers? Let's have a look there. What is it? It's box and papers. Yeah. Okay. I reckon this is a bargain. 21,650. I reckon that is mine. Okay. I reckon that is mine because it's too good to be true. I think it's mine. But anyhow, it doesn't matter. Who cares?
Wait, that's the one you had?
I think so. But you know what? Because Mr. 2 had it, then he wanted out of the...
Oh, my God.
I reckon so that's good buying. But you know what?
How much did he buy it for, though? Like 15?
Oh, no, well he bought it for 16, but he had to buy... It was missing the strap and the buckle. So 16, 17, 18, the box, 18 and a half.
Yeah.
He bought the folder from me, 18 and a half, 19, you know. It is what it is. Fluted Beazle.
So sad.
$8. Arch, you need a warm-up trip to Singers before London. Oh, shit. You know what? I think that could be...
arranged.
Exactly what the tonic I need. Sirocco, what do you think of that idea? I need to get a warm-up trip.
I think that's a good idea. The travel bubble between Singers and Victoria opened today.
Yep.
So you could fly out of Melbourne, but you can't get back to Queensland.
When does Queensland border open?
The international, I'm not sure.
I know, they're just being real dicky. And what about WA? Have you heard about that?
Oh, that's next year.
That's ridiculous. What do you think?
Yeah, it's fucked.
And what insurance do you need?
I don't know. I've got this. I haven't quite got it booked, but they've included travel insurance in the costings. So, and I think the COVID's covered.
Okay. Amazing news.
Yeah. But hey, I mean, look, if you go to London, I mean, you just do a stopover in Singers anyway, wouldn't you?
On the way back.
On the way there or back.
That's the 5% I'm negotiating, Alex. That's the biggest concern at the moment.
5%. Listen, if you miss it, you're gonna regret it. I'm telling you.
There's going to be a lot of leads, Arch.
You're going to meet some good people and you're going to meet some, you're going to make some good friends. Trust me. Trust me.
You're right. I should go.
100%. Don't let us down, okay?
No. Alex, I definitely, yes.
It's time to collect also new lead crews, you know?
I got to tell you, Alex, I want to ask you one thing before I go, Alex.
Yeah. Go on.
I'm going to say this to you before you go. So with my collection there itself, I have been a huge fan of the Paddocks, right? I'm thinking about getting out of some of them. Do you see any those type of Paddocks I got the World Time, the 5110 37 mil one. Any upside collectability? What's your opinion? I want to ask you your opinion there.
Well, can I ask when you bought them, have you actually made any money off them?
Oh,
From the price
the
you bought
market's
them?
gone up. The market's gone up.
Okay. How much has it gone up by from what you paid?
Look,
just matched inflation.
It's look, that's a hard one because you know, but look, they've gone up considerably. But I'm kind of thinking to myself there, in the future, I would really like to downsize a bit. I'd like to downsize. I'll bring up a picture. I want to downsize because it doesn't. They don't make me happy anymore.
They're not
Alex.
making you happy, and I think they're your comfort blanket. We need to get rid of that comfort blanket.
So there's a 5 on the wall, and one had a fall. Roll over. Okay, that one on the top corner there, the black one, has gone, and there's 4 on the wall. So, Alex, I was thinking about maybe getting rid of a couple more. Do you think there's any potential? I think any Paddocks are going to have some collectability. They're going to always have some collectability.
I'll get rid of all of them minus the left, bottom left. The what you call it?
The World Time.
Yeah, I'll get rid of all of them apart from that one.
Okay.
Actually, that's the Calatrava in the front have original strap.
I've got the original strap, but that's actually an Aaron bespoke strap.
Yeah, because it's more thick. Actually, it looks nice.
That's the blue one. That's the blue strap. Actually, it's a custom strap. It's. I love it more. I love that strap more. I've got the original. I've also got a new strap for it, which actually I got 2. I got a black one and I got a brown one for that watch.
You have a better picture of that one. I want to see how look in your wrist this.
It's a classic bluesy.
Yeah.
Marcelo loves.
Yeah. What do you think? Would you keep or sell? Keep or sell? Get out, roll. I'll show you. This is. See, everyone criticized this watch here. They say it's too small, Arch. It's too small. The annual calendar. I think that's a beautiful dial there from Patek.
They're not too small,
Archie,
Arch.
by the way, with Patek, you can. Could you change the dial color when you take it?
Yeah, it takes. You just take the DAB and they change it.
No, GR $2. I'll buy some of those those dated Pateks, young man. Look at that. That's a comment there. Yeah. Thank you. I got to be honest with you guys. I kind of I don't wear them. And I'm starting to say that now. I don't know what I want anymore. You know what I mean? What is eternal happiness from? I'm actually thinking of downsizing stuff in the future. I was going to get rid of a lot of my books. What's the point of all this shit, Alex? What do you think?
What do I think? Well, they're obviously not making you happy, Archie, are they? Because I think you must have mentioned this in how many videos now?
Exactly.
It is the hoarding. It is the possessing. It's the wanting, the needing, the having. That's what makes you happy.
Is it though?
I don't know if it does. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, guys. It doesn't seem to be. It's not kicking working like it used to.
Do you know what I can see you doing, Archie?
What do you think? What do you think about stop collecting watches and start to collect fountain pens?
You know what?
I don't know if I need them. I got to be totally honest with you. I'll show you another one. Look at this here, guys. I'll show you this here. This is that's the World Time. I'd probably,
stunning.
That's a beautiful. That dial there.
Super chat.
The Guilloche on that is just gorgeous. That's probably. I think that's one of the best Guilloche dials. GR $2. I dated Mr. Patek. He gave me my first white cat. Thank you. So that's a beautiful piece. That there. That's just
so
Guilloche like that.
Before I go, Archie, what will make you happy? I really want to know that. I want to get in your mind. I want to know what makes
I can
you
answer
happy.
for Archie. I can answer for him.
Go
One
on.
time with the collision died.
I don't think any of these things. That's the couple of the other ones here. I
That's your
don't know
best
if
friend.
any of this stuff really makes you happy. Does it? Does it
No.
really make you that happy?
You've got to be happy within yourself, haven't you?
Yeah. How many things do you know what I get a lot of joy out of?
Go on.
Rolex. I get a lot of joy out of Rolex because I can wear them. You understand? I can wear. I don't know what makes me happy. I look at things and I don't. Frozen Yukoner, $5. Let's be honest. AC3 is just sad because of the fridge situation. Great to see you, Alex. It's nice to hear an independent watchmaker's opinion.
Thank you. It's always nice to be on. It's always good to hear from other people's.
And
questions.
GR, $2. I can make that chubby fellow happy with my money. Thank you, GR. And,
I don't know, Archie. I think these watches are not making you happy, are they?
No, I don't think anything really makes you happy, does it?
Well, it depends on what you class as happiness. You cannot be happy all the time in life, because if you are, there's something wrong. It's not possible. You know.
That's a good point.
Look, if Archie had all these watches that he have now, 20
Watch
years
Weezer.
ago,
We got the Weezer. $20 for the watch fridge fund. Weezer.
Oh, nice.
Weezer.
Come
Gonna
back.
post the link. The watch Weezer. That's
You
the
know?
real.
Do you know,
Weezer.
Archie? Do you know what I can see you doing?
What's that?
I can see you selling all your Pateks, waking up at 5, 6 in the morning, taking your protein powder, your amino acids, heading to a gym, pumping iron like crazy.
Alex, what drugs are you on?
I'm just trying here.
We got the Weezer. What's happening? Weezer, reports of your death have been overplayed.
How are you, Pontiff?
Weezer, what's happened to you? Fill us in, please. Please.
Got my new piece today.
Oh, what is that?
The blueberry.
The
Looks like a blueberry.
The white gold submariner.
Oh.
No way. No way. Put the big
That's
screen.
nice.
Wow.
That's nice. Is that Brendan? Looks.
You know what?
Brendan.
This watch today, it would be much better than the Smurf. Much better.
It is, because I have both.
The proportions of the case
It's
are a lot better.
amazing. Wizard.
It's solid through and through, guys.
Do you love it?
Yes, I do.
Do you wear it?
I just got it today. I just picked it up from FedEx Center.
The bracelet.
2021.
Build.
9/20/21.
9/20/21.
Had a little bit of problem, but I called my broker. I go, get that shit out of customs, man. What the fuck is this bullshit? One watch. Meanwhile, this week I had like $300,000 worth of watches come in like this. For one watch, they were giving me a hard time.
With a written?
I'm sorry?
Written?
What do you mean?
Yeah, he got it for retail.
You got it retail?
Retail.
Retail. List price.
You joke? Which country?
Wow. Greece.
Wow. Wizard. You had to pay double tax?
No, I paid nothing. I got VAT back, actually. They just deducted because they fill out the form for me, the AD. It's an actual AD, not a gray market guy. And he fills out the form and he ships it. He packs it in a box and locks it and everything. And I only use Malka Amit. No one else. I don't trust FedEx. I don't trust UPS, DHL. Malka. It cost a few dollars more, but trust me, 28 years with them, not one loss, not one delay, nothing. on
What's
courier.
the called again? Malka.
Amit. MALCA-AMIT.
They've got an office in Hatton Garden.
Oh yeah, they have it all over.
Yeah.
Malka Amit are the ones that do $300 million Picassos for the Louvre and everybody.
Wow.
They pick it up with an armed truck, armored guys. The pilot has a freaking firearm. Everything's on from beginning to end. Signed. They do brokerage. They do it all.
Wow.
So, Wizard, you're going to need to size it yourself. You're going to need to do the
So
sizing
what?
yourself.
I only have about $10,000 worth of watch tools, so I guess I could do it. I'm not Alex, but I can get away with sizing.
That's absolutely amazing, Wizard. Now, the thing is, you weren't happy. You had the RM. It didn't do anything for you.
The RM is shite, as you say, Ponto. It is not for me. And I'm a guy who wears big watches, but because of you and because of the face of the community, Timmy and them, everybody's like, no, it looks good. So I got my root beer. I got my Smurf. I got my blueberry, whatever. I got a Hulk. I got a Pepsi. I don't like the Pepsi Jubilee, so I'm trading it for an oyster. Somebody wants the Jubilee. I want the oyster. They're brand new, so we're just going to swap out tomorrow.
Wow, that's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah. Wizard, what's going on with the white gold Daytona meteor dial that everybody is hunting for it?
Oh, the Space Sona?
Yeah.
They're hunting for it, man. I don't know what to tell you, Marcelo. For me, I don't like it.
Wow.
And I just ordered from the same dealer. He said he should have it by, if not Christmas, by January, the blue dial solid gold Pepsi. I don't want the meteorite dial. I want the blue dial.
No. Take the meteor dial.
No.
If you don't like it, sell it. If you get it for retail, sell it.
But with my ADs from Europe, I don't flip. I don't do the deals. I promise and I keep them. It goes in the vault, or it goes on my son, or it goes on my hand. But this one, I can see it between this and the root beer being a daily wearer. The root beer I'm in love with. I'm just in love with the root beer.
You know what? About the meteor dial GMT, you're right. Also, I agree. The blue look better. But
because you can read the time better.
Yeah, but this going to go skyrocket in price.
Yeah, I know. But if I can get one at AD list, he doesn't have it, but he's been waiting 2.5 years. They promised him within the next 6 months he'll have my Rainbow Daytona.
Oh man!
Wow,
this is awesome. Oh, this is great.
That's amazing news there, Wizard. You look happy.
Well, I broke the news on your channel. Where else, right?
Thank you.
Because everybody says I don't like you. I don't speak bad about you, Archie. I always talk nice about you.
No, I know.
But you disappeared. Everybody was worried. The Ponte was worried.
These meds, Marcelo, are fucking me up, man. Really. This is like the 5th time, but I'm stabilized, I think, and I'm just praying that the meds work this time. Doesn't get me loopy and dizzy that I can't drive, and that it's really bad, man. You can't drive. It's bad. I'm used to driving.
You know how bad it was there, Wizard?
Oh,
Wizard, I even saw you on that dickhead Perth Luxury channel.
When? 2 weeks ago?
And I saw you on that other Pugsley's channel as well. Can you believe that? You couldn't have been
I haven't
saying
been on for over a week to nobody.
You could not. Oh, this is a couple of weeks ago. But man, I knew you weren't well. I knew
I wasn't well, and I just disappeared for
because
like
those losers can't do anything for you.
Listen, I come here. When you talk watches, Archie, nobody can beat you. Nobody.
Oh, Wizard, you're so. We've even got. We've had the evil Wizard. We had.
It's okay. He can go fuck himself.
They love you. They love you. That's an honor.
Wizard, they're going to say Nibu. Be'ezrat Hashem, הכול יהיה בסדר.
כן.
Wizard.
בלגן בחנות.
I got to tell you, we got some good news here. We got our good friend Sirocco Sales. He is going on a
Sirocco,
adventure.
how are you, man?
He's going to Mexico with his new girlfriend and lover.
He's taking his boat with him on the plane.
No, he's
on the plane. How the hell are you taking a boat on the plane?
Sirocco is going to be picking up the two-tone bluesy very soon.
Very nice, very nice. It's a great summer watch.
we've got Alex. Alex is
Well,
getting
Alex is infamous. We know Alex. He is the guru of watches.
Guru.
He's getting a green OP41. A green OP41 is coming.
For him, look at him. He's fucking buff boy. How the hell is he going to wear that tiny little watch? This boy's big. Look at his arms. He can squash rocks with his hands.
It's a 41, isn't it?
But Alex, they're so low and tiny and thin, man.
Baston Villomo, ne?
He's gonna wear it on his souvlaki.
And we've got Diego there.
Diego, ¿qué pasó?
They're doing
what you eating there?
He's not talking.
He's eating a tomato.
¿Qué comer?
Peanut butter, yeah.
Peanut butter? Coño, ¿por qué? ¿Tú eres pobrecito? ¿No tienes dinero? Why the hell would you eat peanut butter? Were you broke? He probably just got a brand new Daytona or something. That's why he's got.
He's moving. He's moving. That's why he doesn't have anything.
He's
he just
moving
sold his
into a
house
new
for a
apartment.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
He's moving into a new apartment, bigger,
Nice.
bigger,
There's
and
nothing wrong
better.
with peanut butter sandwiches.
Don't tell me you're eating peanut butter with a beer.
No.
Duro
that's a Jew.
Ești lefta.
Ești al gadao bustarios. I
Weezer,
like his
what's
Movember though, but he looks older now, more distinguished with his little mustache from Movember.
Very classy.
Weezer, tell us this. What's happening in the watch world in Canada there, man? What's going on, man? What's happening?
Nothing, Archie. I have to get shit from Europe, from Asia, and from the States. Canada is dead. Fucking dead. Rafi, my buddy John, he just spent 2.3 million Canadian to create a Rolex boutique, or else they were going to take his Rolex away from him. Not a fucking watch they told him until next year. He says, I just spent 2.3. I need something to sell. They go, you have 3 of those ladies with the diamond dials. He goes, what am I going to do with that? Nothing. Not a single watch will be allocated to him until next year.
Why is that?
Wow.
They don't have any. And he's cool. He doesn't bullshit. Not to me, because I sell him watches. Let's put it that way.
Have you missed a couple of super chats? Someone said you missed 2 or 3.
Oh, sorry. Let's go there. We got Weezard, $20. The Fridge Fund. Thank you so much, Weezard. Ari GR, $2. I can make that chubby fellow happy with my money. Frozen Yukoner. Let's be nice. AC3 was just sad because of the fridge situation. Great to see you, Alex. Nice to hear an independent. Yeah, well, no, we did all these.
Did that
Oh, here's some more here.
Stephen
Monash. General Sard says, shut up, Marcelo. And, Joe Kramer, $5. Omani Pontiff. I love that. And what else we got here? We got some super chats. Here we go. GR $2. I can't understand the 6 watches that are talking. There we go. And,
you'll get over it. Don't worry, Muffin.
Man, I got to tell you, that's amazing. Look, I tell you what, in Australia, it's terrible as well. Here, there's no stock. It's grim. It's grim. Inflation is starting to hit. They're starting to realize we've got inflation.
You know, China's almost broke, Archie.
Yes.
What?
They're fucked. You know why? Because of
Why is
shipments.
that?
Because of containers. I called my broker and I said, hey, you got my load ready? He goes, the composite? I go, yeah. He goes, not really. I go, why? It's been 3 months. He goes, we don't know, because if I tell you I want 30,000 for a 20-foot container, you paid 6,800 US last year in August. What are you going to tell me? I'm going to tell you, go fuck yourself. Keep your shit.
Yeah.
Right now, China is suffering. I mean, bad, guys. Very bad. And I'm talking about me, a guy who imports $4 to $5 million worth of building materials a year from them.
Damn.
Yeah. So they're suffering. Why
Because
are prices
now, if you wanted something, Archie, and you were a big contractor, you'd say you'd have to start bidding on containers. Oh, I'll give you 28. I say, fuck Archie, I'll give him 30. Oh, fuck Stefano, we'll give you 32. Whoever has the highest bid gets the container today.
Wow.
So it's a shipping problem. It's not a
yes.
Is that what,
huge international? That? I mean, bad, Archie. So let's say this little metal weight. If I paid $20 for this last year. Landed cost today it cost me 50. How do I fucking sell it to you for 60, 65 when I sold it to you for 29 last year?
Yes, it's a
so
problem.
China's not getting any orders because of shipping. Home Depot has purchased their own container ships and containers. They went to Myers and Zim, the Jew boys, and they bought containers that are still seaworthy, and they've been shipping their own stuff. Not so that way it's less money than what everything was before when they used to pay somebody. So
I see.
Super chat.
Here we go.
Sirocco, what are you wearing? Are you wearing a
$2.
Yachtmaster two-tone?
On the yacht?
Who's that weird guy in the corner?
I have
on
that
the
one.
toilet?
On the toilet. Oh, that's the bird brain. That's our boy Marcelo. Marcelo, where's the bird, man?
He misses you.
She's flying all over.
She's flying
cat.
around.
He's
Marcelo,
had the cat.
Marcelo has a picture of Sirocco over there.
Oh man, I knew that was the Yachtmaster with the white, beautiful enamel dog because I have the same one. It was my first Yachtmaster.
Wow.
Yeah. I love it.
Oh, it's gorgeous. That dial is to die for.
Yep.
Weezard, I want to get some life advice from you there, Weezard.
From me? You're the
Yeah,
puppet. You're asking me.
but
I'm
let me
just a
ask
fool.
you this. What watches, seriously, what's the perfect number of watches to have for happiness and for
Is there such a
fulfillment?
thing, Archie? You have gorgeous 5 Pateks. I don't own
Four
one
Pateks.
fucking
4
Patek.
Pateks. I got rid of one.
4.
Four Pateks.
And you're not happy. I think you're happier with Rolex, and the only reason we both, or maybe everybody here, is because that's the fucking hype. But me, I don't give a shit about the hype.
Yeah.
What's happy for me is I die and I leave my son enough money to fucking not worry about anybody, never have to worry, want, or need nothing. That's fine.
Alex.
Θέλει καλογαμίσει, ρε.
Αυτός δεν γαμάει τίποτα, τι, ο χοντρός τι να γαμίσει. Ο Βίλος είναι 2 πιθαμές.
Είναι τόσοι, ρε.
Ναι, αρχίδια. Στο όνειρό του είναι τόσοι. Να κάνει στον κόλλο του.
Archie, if you want
Really,
to
Archie,
one Patek,
what's your happiness? You have what? How many? 4, 8, 10?
you
9
want to
or
get
10?
rid of one Patek. What Patek you recommend them to get rid of?
Patek, I would never, I'd swear Archie would never sell anyone once he sold
No,
the
he
first
wanted to get rid of one Patek.
I just tossing the idea around.
Yeah,
there.
but
I just
Archie
think,
has sentimental value behind those pieces. Me, I don't give a flying fuck. I can sell this
You
and
don't
rebuy
care.
it. I won't buy it again at retail, but I mean, for me, it's different. Archie's not a seller, not a flipper. not a
GR,
great
$2.
market
He
guy.
must be taking a big one. Where's my white cat? There we go.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, man, this is it. The whole watch community. It's been very, very. I tell you what, Wizard, it's tough. It's tough. Good people can't get good watches anymore.
No.
You know this?
That's the thing that worries me. Why real collectors, guys who have money, engineers, architects, doctors, dentists, all that,
They're getting
and walk
fucked
in
off.
and say, here's my fucking platinum or my
Yep.
graphite Amex. Here's the watch. So if it's so hard, how the fuck do flippers get them? Tell me this.
They get them from the ADs. The
Why?
ADs are involved
Behind
in it,
the
aren't
door
they?
deal. And they're slick. Because I know a few. Hey, listen, with all due respect, I do it too. I say, okay, I got 100 cash, and I got my fucking credit card and my checkbook that you know. So if I want to spend $1 million and I give you 100K cash, but I want this, and this piece along with some shitters that you're going to give me anyway. I was offered a platinum dating with the desirable dotted dial at 13% off.
Wow.
Shit.
The last one in Canada. There are no more coming in. You know what I said? I don't want
What's
that
that?
shit. Nobody wants that.
Divine Insurgents, $10. What are your thoughts on the Longines Spirit in titanium? 72-hour power reserve, caustic certified with a heavy modified ETA movement intended for Longines. Pull it up, please.
That's the brand new one.
Oh, what do you want me to tell you? It's a Longines. It's a good
a
starter
Longines.
watch.
It's
Yeah.
It's a good start to the journey. Better than buying a, I don't know, a
Horus.
Seiko or a Citizen or a Norris. Well, you know what? We shouldn't answer. Master Alex should tell us what does he think of the Longines and ETA movement. A lot of people shit on ETAs, but you know what? They've been around for fucking ever. They're owned by Omega, by the Swatch Group. They're backed up by a giant. How can you go wrong?
Well, listen, I mean, exactly. It's the ETA.
Even a Rolex, the old Rolex had ETAs. Oval Jour.
Really?
Yes.
Yes, even
Everybody
Rolex. Yeah,
shits
that's
on
right.
Baoju and ETA.
Exactly. It's crazy stuff. And the
It
paddocks that are worth the big money are the Lemania paddocks.
That's right, Lemania. That's right.
I don't know why everyone hates ETA so much.
I
If it
don't know
wasn't
why,
for the,
Alex.
If it wasn't for the ETAs, I mean, the market wouldn't be where it is now.
Exactly, and they're
You know
in
what I mean?
probably 75% of all Swiss watches. So,
Exactly.
No,
there you go.
they don't.
Or they're heavily modified where you don't even realize it's an ETA.
Exactly. Yes.
No,
Is this the new one? Is
They
this the
don't
new
hate
one
the
there?
Yep,
ETA.
that's it. That's it.
That's the
What
one.
they
The one
hate
you
in
had
the
before.
ETA
Well,
It's got
zero
that
was-
Shinziku polishing.
Yeah.
I got to tell you,
No.
you know, they sell a Longines
Ruts.
watch every 10 seconds somewhere in the world. The
Oh, yeah,
Chinese
for
love
sure.
Longines. The Chinese love Longines.
Try
It
to
doesn't
get a
make-
big guy. Try to find one, Archie. You won't find one in Canada. Whether it's stainless or titanium, you won't.
Yeah. It's a very...
REG got one.
Oh, you know what, Alex? Because you're the master, I need to ask you a question. I bought an AP. What did I buy? What's it called? The oval one, the Millenary. I bought the case.
Missionary
right?
one.
The what? The Millenary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Millenary. So I bought the oval case. I bought the dial. I bought the sapphire crystal. I bought the deployment buckle and the strap. Somebody told me instead of me looking for something I can't find for the right movement, AP movement, I should just consider putting an ETA, a high quality ETA in it, and nobody would know the difference.
Who told you that?
I don't know, but when I heard that, I'm like, are you serious? I have a full AP. The only thing missing is the movement and the hands, and I can buy the hands from AP, but I can't find the movement. I even went to Ottawa the other day, which is the only authorized AP center here left in Canada, repair service center, and they go, "Oh, it would take about 6 months for us to get you one." I'm like, "Okay, what's the price?" "Oh, they sent an email to Switzerland. I'm waiting this week to give me an answer."
Doesn't sound
If
very
AP
ethical.
would sell me the movement.
Absolute bore, $2. Wizard, would you approve of a Dominican Republican MILF twins? Definitely.
No, but Colombian, yes. Dominican, no.
Oh,
They're a little too
okay.
crazy.
But
I'm just
but
taking
Alex,
a toilet break. Speaking of crazy, I'm just going to take a toilet break.
Sure.
We'll just put Wizard up on the full screen.
Not
big
me?
screen.
Why me? Don't put me.
Wizard.
Put Alex.
The man
yeah, you
of
deserve
honor.
that. You deserve.
Yeah.
But Alex,
we'll just leave
Alex,
it like
what
this.
was-
I'll be back.
Alex,
All right.
Alex, what was the movement in the Millenary back in the day? It wasn't the AP in-house, right?
I'll be honest with you. I don't even know the age of the watch. I can't even. I usually go from the look of the watch rather than its name. So if I was to
that's
see
true.
the watch, then I would tell you. But why would you even want to play around with a watch like that? I mean, it's do you know what I mean? Why are you trying to find a movement?
I don't have a movement for it.
But what? But why not? Where's the movement gone?
That's the thing. This guy bought a closeout from one of the guys that used to manufacture for AP. So he only had cases, straps, deployment buckles, crystals, and dials. So he's missing. I'm missing the movement and the hands.
Listen, I mean,
If you find one, if you know somebody, get me a movement. I'll pay you whatever your price is. I'll ship you the watch to England, or give it to Timmy. He's always in England once a month now.
Yep.
You know, anything AP is difficult, especially a complete movement. I don't even know where you'd find something like that.
I know.
The last thing you want to do is put something that is similar or an ETA based of what should be in it.
I wouldn't do. I wouldn't. That idiot told me, this watch guy in Toronto, this watchmaster. I'm like, and you're a watchmaster? Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot. I go to him. What a recommendation.
I don't know what those parts owe you, but I will just sell them as parts personally.
Seriously?
Yeah. I wouldn't get involved.
And it's the special editions, the Quincy Jones model.
That means, I'll be honest with you, that means nothing to me because I'm not really that research.
You know who Quincy Jones is, though, right?
I know Quincy Jones, the singer-songwriter for Michael Jackson, and then Michael Jackson got rid of him, and then Michael Jackson's career plummeted.
Yeah, there you go.
Quincy Jones.
But Alex, if you get a watch like this that Stefano can fix it, let's say with the movement and everything, how you call this watch? Does this call is a Frankenstein watch? Does it original?
Not if it's all right.
AP?
No,
I
if
mean,
it's all original, it can be Frankenstein.
As far as I know, AP do serial number their movements, don't they?
Yeah, yes, they do.
Well, then you're a bit kind of in a bit of a situation then, really, because it's not really a true AP, is it?
Well, if I get a true AP movement, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, but the
you
serial
need to
number
match
won't.
the whole serial numbers.
No, you can't.
Yes,
because...
but Alex is right. The number will not match my watch. I can get a movement that fits a millenary movement, but it won't be for the Quincy Jones with the reference number. So that's the other thing.
The problem is that if you then sell that watch and then that watch goes on a forum and then the wizard sold me this watch and it's not right, that one forum or one review or one statement on the internet can ruin your career.
No, you're right. You're right. That's why I would only wear it. I wouldn't sell it. I'd give it to my son. He doesn't like it, but I like it. I mean, it'd probably be the only millenary because I wouldn't buy a millenary unless I bought it like this in parts.
I've just seen
but even
people...
if you give it to your son, you need to make sure that this
watch. Oh, he won't. He doesn't sell nothing. He's like a hoarder when it comes to watches and his jewelry.
I always say when people get parts like this and start trying to put them together, it's best not to go down that rabbit hole and just sell the parts as is. You know, I mean, I've got a guy. I'm doing a YouTube video recording of a YouTube video tomorrow of a guy that was given. I mentioned this before. He got his Hublot back in bits after 18 months.
Oh my God!
He gave it to somebody in 18 months. It came back in bits.
What?
And the dials thrown in, the hands were thrown in.
What happened? How? What? Why?
Because the person that took it on couldn't repair it, and he had it for 18 months, and he gave it back to him in bits, considering the whole watch was in one.
Damn.
But Alex, what can be worse maybe is that if a wizard give the watch to his son, let's say in 20 years in time, maybe the watch will work a little bit not so good, and he will probably go to AP to service the watch, and they're going to freak out.
Well, yeah, they won't. They will probably send a letter, or they're not willing to service it, or they will just. It depends on their.
Yeah, that's exactly what they would do.
It's just not worth it doing that sort of stuff. You know, especially if you're in the business, your reputation is paramount. You've got to be very, 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 very careful.
Oh, I would never sell this watch. It would. I'd probably get buried with it.
Yeah, but you need to make sure that your son in the future don't send that watch to service.
He doesn't. Oh, my son?
Yeah.
No, well, if I tell my son something, he would understand.
Yeah, you just I just sell it as part form personally, and you probably make a profit from the parts because they're AP, aren't they? So
yeah, but now you got to find somebody who has a Quincy Jones and needs a new strap, or needs a new deployment, or needs a new case because he scratched it because it's black, it's PVD.
So what happened to the movement then, Wizard?
I never got the movement or the hands. I got the glass, the dial, the case, the deployment buckle, and the leather strap. All AP, all original.
This reminds me of a story. I'm gonna tell it to you.
Stephen Monash, $5. Wonderful wizard. Grrr, bruh. And to be one with ya. Archie, need to go to London Watch Show on Sirocco's concrete boat. Clowns not invited. Thank you. So what's the story? Tell me the story.
So basically, before, when I moved to Liverpool, there was a liquidation of a company that used to be Rolex authorized. So they were getting rid of the Rolex workbench, the what do you call it? The vacuum testers, the pressure testers, and they were going for silly money because of the fact that they were Rolex accredited tooling. And the bids were going extremely high, but there was a lot of people that didn't realize there was like there was a cabinet in the corner next to the bench, right?
Yes,
there's a cabinet in the corner next to the bench, and I didn't know what was in that cabinet, but I bidded about 700-800 quid on the cabinet.
Yeah.
Anyway, I won it. and there was about 25,000-30,000 pounds worth of Rolex parts in there.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And
Awesome,
I'm still going through those parts now, and that was 5 years ago.
That's great, man.
What a great story.
So
normally Rolex asks for that stuff back, you know, that they now they
now they don't. Yeah, they don't even give it. They take it back. If a dealer gets closed down, they take it back.
Yeah, so like they will get, like, if you have a showroom, so if you pay all this money for a showroom, they'll invoice you for like the mirrors, the like the advertising board, and then if it gets lost or if you sell it on, they will actually make you pay for it, or they'll give you some sort of warning or God knows what. But with the parts, yeah, it was crazy, the amount of parts.
Bravo.
Crazy, yeah.
You know what they say? One man's loss is another man's gain.
Yeah, I took a big bet on a cabinet, you know.
But you won.
Oh, I won it. Yeah, I took it. Yeah.
Hell yeah. No, I mean, you won overall. You're 5 years and you're still using parts.
Yeah. It
you made your money tenfold, 20-fold.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It's an amazing story that there.
As a watchman, do you have guys that you can go buy an AP movement from on like an AP 3120? That's the true millenary movement.
I can't get. I struggle with anything that's original AP. I just don't even book them in.
I know.
So it's not a Royal Oak. It's a millenary, is it?
A millenary.
Yeah. The problem is, you know what's probably happened, don't you?
They discontinued the line, and that's
the millenary was never that soft. There was never that wanted. You know, the millenary,
it was like the soft cock of AP.
So probably someone's pinched the movement and put it into a Royal Oak or something.
Probably, well, because this is oval, so I don't know.
Just answering what Deli Namor said, if the parts paid for, they belong to the company or the liquidators who will sell and repay the creditors. Yes, because I went through a liquidators through the auction, sale room auction. Actually, I bought a few stuff from that place. Listen, guy, I'm going to shoot off anyway. I need to get some
Alex,
sleep,
thank you so much for your time. We really do appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. You go and have a good sleep.
Yasu Aleko.
Take care. See you later.
That's the millenary AP.
So how did you get that? How did you get that? Or you just bought it?
Buckle and glass.
You just bought it as parts, did you, or what?
Yes, I bought it as parts.
Was it expensive?
Not really. I mean, I can make double my money back, but I'm really looking to find the freaking 3120 AP movement.
They use that movement in a number of watches, you know that?
Yeah, in some jewels also, jewels or whatever it's called, jewels.
Yeah, jewels Audemars.
Yeah, jewels Audemars. So
yeah,
it's just weird.
So why would somebody sell that to you? How did
because
that come up?
They did a closeout on a watch center. The guy closed out and they took back all the parts. AP hires like liquidators, like auctioneers, but they didn't auction it. They just had a cold sale. And because I knew the repair center, he goes, "Hey, tomorrow they're selling shit." I go, "Okay, fuck it, I'm coming down."
So that's an AP 3120, you said.
The movement is the AP 3120. Yes.
You know what uses that movement? You know, that's the same as the 15300 uses that.
Yeah.
I think the Royal Oak divers, you know, the offshore divers, they use that.
That's right.
They use that in the, you know, the 37 mil Royal Oak.
Yep.
The 37. That's kind
the
of
older ones. Yes.
It was actually the 37. 36 was the older one. The 37.
37. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they used that same movement in there.
So it's not impossible. It's just hard to find it, you know.
Yeah, I dare say someone's had, because those millenaries are they're relatively cheap compared to that other stuff.
Yeah, 10, 11 grand brand new on the gray market.
So what's yours? Yours on millenary, it's a 1516, is it?
Yes. Quincy Jones edition.
15161 SN, I think you've got there.
I believe so.
Yeah. The Quincy Jones edition. You got the dial and the hands.
Yes.
You know what? I like that idea. Put an ETA in it. You know what? It'd probably be more reliable. It'll probably be more reliable than that bloody the AP movement in it.
For sure. I have the glass. I have the bezel.
You know, they do that in Thailand. You know what happens in Thailand? I don't know if you know this. What they do is, if you look at these like what they do is they get, what they do. This is what they do. They get in Bangkok, for example. There's a whole stack of ladies date just cases for sale.
Right.
And you got to say, well, why the fuck are there date just cases for sale? Why are they here? And it's because they pinch the movement out, and then they make a full non-Rolex gold president.
Right.
Do you understand?
Hong Kong too, where I lived, I know guys who swap shit out.
And that's the reason why these cases were available cheap. And that's possibly what someone's done there with this. They've taken that movement, put it into a
this one I had to go down to Toronto to buy it from the Toronto Service Center of AP.
Gotcha.
They sold everything. I just got there a little late. All I could get is this.
Joe Kramer, $5. Arch, thoughts on the AP 6009 ST? Not really a vintage guy, but I wouldn't mind owning one of these. Let's bring that baby up. AP.
So what you said,
that's the square one. That's their square one.
Wow.
The 6009 is the square one.
Yeah, that's the Royal. They call it a Royal Oak, but
yeah, it is. It was on the series, but I don't know.
You know
if you
what?
If you can get the rose
these
dial,
used to be cheap as shit. Nobody wanted these. Nobody.
You know why? Because they look like Concords, Mariners.
Yes. The thing is, I like this one here. This is the two-tone, very much like the Cartier.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Santos.
Also, Arch, you missed the super chat from Sean W.
Oh, thank you. Sean W, $2.80. Wizard, what does your tattoos? That's his son's name. Cristano. That's his son's name.
Yeah, this one is Cristo, and this one is it's Caris in Chinese.
There we go.
I lived in Hong Kong, and this says Cristo. It's an ambigram, but the guy screwed it up, made it too small. So I'll get it fixed one day.
How did he make it too small? What do you mean by that?
Well, you read it like this. You're supposed to be able to read it like this also, because it's an ambigram. But he made it too low and too small, so I got to enlarge it so you can read it when I go like this or like this.
I think it's okay.
It's okay. I mean, I really don't mind. And this one's okay. Chris in Chinese.
I want to get the sleeves.
Tell me this, Wizard. If you could live anywhere again, where would you go? Would it be Hong Kong again?
Yeah, probably. I miss it.
Yeah.
When I was there for 8.5 years, I missed white people. But now I'd rather be at forbidden fruit. And you know what I mean, Archie.
You know what, Joe? I don't know if I'd get one. I think I'd keep my Reverso. Joe's got a Reverso. I reckon I wouldn't be mucking around with this.
If you can get a 6009 ST with a salmon dial, go for it. As long as
but you know what's wrong with them? They're very delicate. They're really delicate. They're extremely, especially they're old and fragile and crusty.
Yeah.
Let me say this, Wizard, Hong Kong. Which part of Hong Kong were you from?
Tsim Sha Tsui.
Oh, you live near Tim Tim. Where
I have a place on the Peak. I still own it.
Oh, you own a place?
I rented to a Korean businessman who is off. His main headquarters of his company is there, and he pays hefty duty rent.
Sorry, so you've got an apartment in Tim?
I haven't. No, I have like a building.
A what?
On the Peak.
Wow.
Split level.
You're renting it to someone?
How many stories is the building you own?
3.
It's a 3-story building.
Yes.
The Peak. When you say the Peak, what's the Peak? So
Victoria Peak.
Oh, at the top of the mountain.
Yeah, that's right.
What the fuck's it doing up there?
Because my friend used to be an associate director of IBM. He was moving back to the States. He wanted my condo, and he goes, "I'll trade you mine for yours." I'm like, "Sure." What the fuck? Because my condo in the city on 86th at the Saratoga building, I was the lead design architect for that building, and I got that apartment for nothing because it was part of my deal. I get one apartment, one of the penthouses. It was the smallest one, but still.
So what's your
to
Hong
this
Kong?
day, it's 3 times the price in Hong Kong than mine is in Manhattan.
Jeez.
Sorry, which one's worth more?
The one in Hong Kong, The Korean pre-COVID offered me 12 million US. I said, no, I'm not selling. Keep paying the fucking rent, and there's 3% increase.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's my nest egg. Or when I drop dead, that's my son's future.
You don't want to go and live there now?
I was thinking about it, but after my heart attack and quadruple, the fucking medication and the medical industry, you know, it's not as good. What are they gonna do? Make me a eye of newt and dick of bat drink to get better? You know, add some ginger, add some, you know, allspice. Nah, I'm definitely gonna go visit and stay a month or two. I have friends. I stay at the
love
Pen.
Hong Kong.
I'm a member of the Pen for 30 years now.
The Peninsula?
Oh, always. That's where I stay.
That's so expensive.
No, not really. American Express.
Wizards on. Wizards
on.
on.
This fuckhead.
Get
There
that
he is.
clown off.
Where the fuck are you going, OG? Who the fuck is this imposter? This fucker? Is this the fucking clown, motherfucker?
See, that's what people sound like when they get dicked up the ass. Just listen. He's got that 9-inch pole up his ass, and that's what they sound like. It's all good.
Wizard. I love Hong Kong. Hong Kong's an amazing
city. And I've been to Japan, and I've been to Thailand, and I've been to Singapore. There's nothing like Chim Sha Shui. Nothing.
Yes.
Wow, you should visit this place.
It's something else. I lived a long time, and I lived good. They wanted me back like 15 years ago. I said, no, I can't. I should have gone. But my son was younger and this and that. So now if I'm offered a contract, I'm fucked. I'm gone. I'll go stay 5
I got to tell you, the Peninsula is an amazing hotel. They got a Goyard in the Peninsula. They got a Goyard store in the Peninsula. That's
tea time at the Pen. There's nothing like it.
Yes.
It's right in Victoria Bay, right there.
I love that bay, don't you? I love those old ferries they got. You know what I mean?
I love the old Rolls Royces. When you call and you want a nice fancy car, they bring you the Rolls Royce, the oldies, and the driver. Right, governor. I used to love that life, man. But I was young, dumb, and full of cum. Now I'm not. I'm old and cold.
Yes. No, that's
I have lots of memories there, Archie.
Hong Kong's a great city. I love Hong Kong.
Amazing. That's New York with an exotic flavor.
Wizard, somebody was asking before, when is the Hong Kong what show?
They delayed it because people don't want to stay 21 days quarantine. It should have been in March. Now it might be in June if they can remove more than 3-4 day quarantine.
You know that watch show, the Hong Kong watch show. That's at the convention center, right?
Yeah, on Hong Kong Island, on the other side of the ferry.
Yes. So it's near Central Station, isn't it?
That's right.
You know, the funny thing is, Wizard. So I was 29. I got fired. I got retrenched from my IT job, and that's when I went to work for that Australian guy in Thailand. And he said, make sure when you book your ticket, why don't you come over to Hong Kong first? Because he went to the watch show. He had I think he may have had a stand. He said, come to the Hong Kong watch show. I remember going to the Hong Kong watch show in 2002.
Okay. I met there.
James Dowling.
Oh,
he's the guy. James Dowling's the guy who wrote that big book on Rolex.
That's right.
Between you and me, Wizard, he's a fucking aloof, very aloof. He's up himself so much. You know what I mean?
Those guys are.
And I went to Hong Kong, and I can't remember where we stayed, but it must have been near the convention. I thought it might have been.
You stayed on the Hong Kong Island side, or you stayed in Tsim Sha Tsui?
I think it was Tsim Sha Tsui.
So you probably stayed at the Sheraton, or
no.
No,
we shared the room. That's how cheap we were. We shared. Okay. I think we stayed at the Kimberley Hotel.
Okay, the Kimberley. That's by the Lincoln Hotel. I know which one. They're like quick stays.
Yeah.
You swap, we mop.
Yeah, the Kimberley. I like the Kimberley because it's like a 1980s hotel.
Yeah.
You know, and then where I was very fortunate. I had a really good friend of mine who actually paid for me to stay at the hotel on the corner where Champagne Court is. What's that hotel? The
Yes.
Amira? What's it called? It was where Snowden stayed. What's that hotel? Fuck, it was nice. What's that hotel called? I'm just trying to remember what it was called. It's on the corner there. Nathan Road and Kimberley.
What the hell?
Corner.
I'm trying to find it for you.
Mira?
Weston, maybe?
Road and Kimberley. I think it's the Mirror Hotel, and that's that's expensive. That's fucking expensive. Hong Kong, they have got the smallest hotel rooms. I love these mini rooms with a big fucking chandelier in it. You think, what the? That's just Hong Kong tackiness,
Yeah.
And
opulence.
Yeah.
There's smaller ones in Japan, but they're not like this, man.
No, Japan's a different vibe.
Oh, Japan is clean, man. You throw a piece of gum on the floor, they'll fucking arrest you.
Well, rightly so. You shouldn't be
not arrest you, but you can get a fine. Japan is very meticulous on cleanliness.
Even worse than a fine is to be looked down upon.
Looked down on.
They
like, look at this white piece of trash in our country. Yes. Yeah, of course.
I remember.
Did you ever go to Lan Kwai Fong?
I can't remember that. Sorry,
Lan Kwai Fong, it'll take you a week to go to every bar, bistro, strip club. It's the biggest thing for tourists. You go to Lan Kwai Fong, it'll take you about a week to visit every single
I never
shop.
I never had time. Look, I remember I was in Japan and I had my Louis Vuitton suitcase.
Ooh.
And my wife, there was two Japanese people debating whether that suitcase I had was real or not.
Real or not.
And they said, if it's real, what's he doing on the train?
That's right, because in Japan, you wouldn't be riding a train. You'd be chauffeured around.
Hey, Wizard, did you see I got my suitcase back from painting? Did you see that?
Oh, they're gorgeous, man. I envy that.
I'll go and get one.
Go ahead.
Hang on.
I think I got to buy one. Tim,
really nice cover picture.
We need those, Tim.
Yeah.
You know, what Archie said actually is a little bit funny.
I'm decluttering, guys. I'm getting rid of everything. By the way, anybody wants Alexa?
A what?
Alexa.
What is that?
Alexa?
Alexa?
Yeah, Alexa.
Hey, Google, I love you.
That's so amazing to hear.
That's so amazing to hear.
Alexa.
Hey, Google, do you love me?
I love searching for things and helping people. I hope that counts.
It's sealed.
Oh, Alexa. Oh,
Alexa.
Hey, once you put it up, how many subs you have?
3,700.
Okay, say the 5,000 sub gets that for free.
Oh, okay, at 4,000. Let's do it at 4,000.
4,000. There you go. There we go.
Ooh.
There we go.
Nice.
Wizard, you already saw.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Holy shit. The Arc de Triomphe.
Beautiful.
Tokyo. That's gorgeous, man.
Beautiful.
And Paris.
Yeah, the Arc de Triomphe.
There you go. Look at that. What do you think of that? It's the two
I think it's gorgeous.
I
Archie, did you buy that from Louis originally, or did you buy it like Gray Market?
Hey, I bought that on eBay.
Okay, there you go, Gray Market. And I bet you stole it.
Under retail.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
look, hey, Sirocco, how are you?
Yeah, good. I dropped out. I don't know what happened.
Hey, no, that's okay, man. Man, I got to tell you, Wizard, I bought that years ago. The market for luxury goods, I kid you not, because I keep an eye. Remember, you said to me you wanted a briefcase. I got you that fucking gold one. That is absolutely beautiful, right?
That's right.
I got to tell you, the market for these things, the supply seems like there always used to be some nice bargains on eBay. I'm not finding them anymore. They're drying up.
No. Now everybody's great marketing luxury goods.
No, but they're not cheap anymore. That was a bargain.
Yeah. They're becoming like gray market fuckers.
No, the supply is going down. I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, because everybody like you were smart enough to buy it when they were cheap.
Well, it's really gone crazy. Sirocco, you a Hong Kong man? Do you like Hong Kong? You've been to Hong Kong in the 90s. You said.
I was there in 94, 93, 4, something like that.
Wow.
You know, I got to tell you,
Did you go to Lan Kwai Fong?
I missed that.
Where Lan Kwai Fong, where everybody hangs out at night, bars, bistros, strip clubs, whorehouses.
Mate, I don't remember where I went. It was that long ago. I was married.
Go visit these places, man.
Marcelo, you should go.
Yeah, I got to
when
tell
I
you,
go to the watch and clock
You know-
show of Hong Kong, and Timmy
Yes.
goes with me, I'm gonna take him to places he's never even thought of.
Hey,
I think Hong Kong's changed a lot since I was there.
It has. It has.
Wizard, if you're going to the Hong Kong show, I'd love to go and see you too, man.
Come on down, brother. Come on down.
Let me say this to you. I got to tell
I
you.
get a suite at the Pen, so you can crash there if you want.
Fuck me. Let me say this to you, Wizard. Normally, when I'm using my own coin, I stay at the cheap Best Western. It's a real dump.
Best
It's
Western.
perfect.
Yeah, it's okay.
No,
Don't worry.
No, you're talking about the Best Western on Nathan Road. I'm not
No,
talking
I
about
know.
that
It's
one.
not the Best
I'm
Western North America. I know what you're saying.
No, this is no. There's two Best Westerns. There's a Best Western on Nathan Road. That's the good one. There's even cheap. That's actually that Best Western has got a really good restaurants in it, right?
Don't worry, you're crashing my pad. That comes with 3 bedrooms a suite.
Let me say this to you, Wizard. I've got to tell you this. Hong Kong, I've always found it hard.
In what way?
Because I've only been there for very short visits to win on to local Hong Kong girls. You can get mainland girls easily.
Yeah, but not Hong Kong. Canton. Those girls are too snobby.
You can also I get a lot of domestic servants, you know, the Filipinos, the Indonesians.
Yeah.
They're quite cool actually.
Listen, you go to the Philippines, you'll get a college girl for a fucking ham sandwich.
No. Well, but what I'm saying is to get a local Hong Kong girl is very hard.
Almost impossible.
You've got to be a permanent.
They got money, they got style, they got class. You want mainland China. You want Guangzhou, Foshan, Xi'an.
I found them a bit greedy, but.
Well, yeah, because they have money and don't forget, they don't speak Mandarin, they speak Cantonese.
Yes. But by the way, do you notice that with Chinese people, I had a girlfriend who spoke Mandarin. They look down on Cantonese speakers. They're real snobs. They really I couldn't believe it. I thought Chinese is Chinese, but they look down upon they're
like
really
Taiwan. They look down on the Taiwanese also, and that's China.
They're really pretentious fuckers.
Oh, yes, they are.
They're us. I remember I had a Chinese girlfriend and she refused to watch a movie. I said, this is a really good movie because they spoke Cantonese.
No, she
I don't listen to that dog shit.
Yeah, exactly. Monkey shit.
She was
Choi ma. Shapia. That's what they call the Cantonese people.
Quite derogatory. And I thought, what the fuck are you talking
about? You know why?
About?
Because mainland China says that the Cantonese Hong Kong people sucked British ass. That's why. They don't like that.
So Hong Kong, that's Cantonese they speak.
Yes, all Cantonese.
Oh, okay.
But they can understand the other, right?
No, they cannot. Different language.
See, the thing is, in China, there's
Hebrew
about 6 different languages. There's 6 different languages in China, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, you got Hakka Chinese that's up to Muslims. They have a different thing. There it goes. It's very mixed up there. Southern Chinese, Western, Eastern, Northern, totally different.
I got to tell you, I found Singapore. I really love Singapore. I don't know what you think of Singapore.
Well, now you're talking about the rich Chinese, the super rich Chinese that went and built Singapore up. Did you see the movie Crazy Rich Asians?
Yeah.
It's exactly like that, brother.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like that.
They're a bit pretentious, but.
Yeah, of course. A bit too much.
So wait a second. Bruce Lee used to be from Hong Kong, right?
Yes.
Okay, so does he become respectable in China now?
Well, he became respectable because what he went through with the white people. When the Royal Navy used to dock there and they used to try to, grab girls and get drunk, Bruce Lee beat the fuck out of all of them, and then he became, Tao, Jeet Kune Do. So he was something else, man.
Oh, were the Navy guys that bad to the girls? They were kind of on the game.
They were. They were. They treated them like little hoes. Like what do you call it today? Rub and tug girls.
I see.
But in the Philippines, you get laid, relayed, delayed, overlaid, parlayed, and marmalade. Timmy, don't worry. Wait till I take you there.
I got to tell you, man, I think out of all the places in Asia there, Hong Kong, what I love about Hong Kong, which they don't recognize, I love the British architecture in Hong Kong.
Yeah, of course.
And that's what I love about Singapore as well. Singapore's got these beautiful colonial buildings.
That's
it's that British, you know, like it's kind of Raffles, you know, the Raffles Hotel, that sort of architecture. The thing about Singapore I love is that you go to Chinatown and you can stay in those old colonial. They're quite cheap. They're the hotel. Well, relatively speaking, like Hong Kong, Singapore is about $100 for a crummy hotel. For a good hotel, is about $160 a night. I used to really like Singapore, Ben Coolen, down that area. Ben Coolen, but I got to tell you, Singapore.
I heard Singapore is expensive, like fuck.
Yeah, look, it depends. It depends what you're
where
doing.
You go, where you stay.
Like they got food courts everywhere. I love their food. You know, they got the hawker markets.
Oh yeah.
They got many amazing things in Singapore, and the thing is, Hong Kong's tax-free, completely tax-free.
Oh yeah.
There aren't many countries that are tax-free like that. Even Dubai, they've got tax now.
Yeah.
Singapore used to be tax-free. They've now got tax.
Used to be.
Yeah.
I stayed at the Ritz-Carlton when I was in Singapore. I only stayed 3 days, but that's a beautiful hotel.
Yeah, Singapore's got those. I've always wanted to stay at the Fullerton. You know the Fullerton.
Oh, the
hotel?
Fullerton, yeah. That's like
you know who stayed there
a day.
You know who stayed at the Fullerton?
Who?
That North Korean.
Oh,
he stayed there.
Fullerton is that hotel with the kind of the boat on the top?
No, that's Marina Bay Sands. That's
Marina
the new. No. The Fullerton's like an old 1800s.
Yeah, Marina Bay Sands is like 520, 530.
What would you rather stay at? Would you rather stay at Marina Bay Sands or would you rather stay at the Fullerton? I'd rather stay at the fucking
Probably
Fullerton.
Fullerton.
I reckon that's classier, don't you?
It is. But the Ritz-Carlton wasn't bad either when I stayed there.
Where's the Ritz-Carlton? I'm trying to remember where that is.
I was there like 3-4 days. Where they located?
I love Orchard Road. Orchard Road is amazing.
Oh, that's Mandarin Orchard also is a beautiful hotel. It's on Raffles Avenue.
I had a friend who stayed there. I didn't think it was that great.
It's on Raffles.
Yeah. Holy shit. Hong Kong, Singapore. I fucking miss that. I want to go over there and do
Orchard Road is gorgeous also, guys.
I want to do shows over in I think my problem is, guys, with my depression, I have been cooped up for 2 years. I really want to go away every month for a couple of days, Singapore or Hong Kong, jump on a plane, go there, film something, and then come back. You know what I mean?
If you go Hong Kong for a couple of days,
January.
Hong Kong,
January?
I can close the restaurant for a couple of days.
You know.
There you
I
go.
gotta be honest with you,
My wife's
The wingman.
I gotta be honest, Sirocco. You've been a great traveler. Singapore was your cup of tea? No.
I wasn't there long enough. I need to go back. I was there. Literally, I was only there overnight.
I want to go to Singapore because I want to get a couple. See, with my Patek's Wizard, would you get them serviced by anyone but Patek? It's probably not worth getting it. Only Patek, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. I think it's best to get Patek.
But it's cheaper to go to Singapore to service them.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Exactly. That's
Plus,
You'll be able to go in January after New Year.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to get back into Brisbane.
After January.
Yeah, I think so.
Good
They can't keep us locked in forever.
Well, I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. I can't believe that they get away with WA, but can you believe that's Western
You know
Australia?
what they're doing in Austria?
What's that? They're fucking mandating vaccines.
If you're unvaccinated, you're under fucking house arrest.
Is that legal?
Well, I think Austria. That's failed. I think Austria has gone into a lockdown again, totally vaccinated or not.
But there's a spike going on, fourth wave all over the world right now. Numbers are.
Yep.
England has 40,000 a day. Fuck.
46,000 2 days ago.
Maybe I got out of there just in time.
So is the vaccine so what does that mean? They're not having the deaths, but are they with the vaccine, or what's happening? Is it helping or
They're
not?
still deaths. They're just a lot of cases. You see, the vaccine doesn't stop you getting it.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't stop the spread, but it does.
And here in Canada, unless you're 70 years old, you're not allowed to get a booster.
Oh, is that right? Why is that?
Yeah. The booster, the third shot.
Supply. There's not enough supply.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying you have to be 70 years old. I'm not taking one anyway, but fuck them.
Yeah.
So why are they saying you've got to be 70 years? Because there's not enough
Or else they
supply?
won't give you a third shot, the booster shot, supposedly.
It's supply. That's all.
Because they say it diminishes its strength after 6 months, after 8 months. So those who are 70 and above have to get the booster shot after the 6 months.
Sorry, I interrupt. Tim, reset the time of your stream.
That's okay.
Guys, I got to tell you, man, seriously, I fucking, I think my biggest problem is I've been cooped up in Australia for 2 years. See, my last trip out was December 2019, because my passport expired. Okay, because I remember, because I had to fly out on my British, because normally Singapore says you can't come in unless
less than 6 months on your passport.
Yeah, but I said that's okay. I've got both passports. My Aussie hasn't expired yet. I've got my British to go to Singapore, right?
You can't go with the Australian one?
No, it was going to expire. It didn't have 6 months left on it.
Most of Asia and Europe, if your passport's under 6 months expiry, they won't let you in the country.
I need to get a new passport as well, but it takes 9 months. What the hell?
What do you mean?
What country is your passport?
US.
9 months?
Yeah, maybe I need to expedite it. But even expedite, I think it takes like 6 months.
You're joking.
It's ridiculous, yeah.
Frozen Yukon at $2. Yukon started doing 50 plus for booster now. Wizard. Yukon.
Yukon, yeah, but we're talking Yukon. That's all Aboriginal people. That's all, natives.
I got to tell you, guys, seriously, I haven't traveled overseas since December 2019. So
I was in China October 2019, before the pandemic.
Wow. And then, so I came
I got back the 26th of October to Canada.
Okay.
November, they started announcing shit at Wuhan. And come January, everything was locked down.
But Archie, you can leave Australia and come back to Australia with a British passport?
No.
I got dual citizenship.
No, not at the moment. If your Aussie passport,
I know you have dual, but
if your Aussie passport expired, you wouldn't be able to get back in.
How'd you get that?
But because he's Aussie and he live in Australia, I think you need to live with the Australian passport.
No, I leave with the Australian.
Not if you're dual national.
No, if you're dual national, I can still leave Australia. You always leave on your Australian and you return on your Australian.
Yeah, exactly.
But when I go to Singapore, I don't use the Australian. I use the British to check in.
How did you get the British one?
My dad was born in England, so basically he gets a British.
He naturalized you before
his
you
son gets a British. His son gets a British, right? His children get a British, but my children, that's his grandchildren, don't get a British.
I thought your father was Ukrainian.
Well, he's Ukrainian parentage, but he was born in Huddersfield, England.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He was born because my dad was born in 1948. See,
That's
the grandparents,
amazing.
they left Germany. They were prisoners, and they went to England. It's the place they escaped to.
But this is weird that you cannot get transfer your British
No, but because I wasn't born in England. If I lived in England, I could get a British for the kids. If the kids were living with me in England, they could get a British, right?
So you can live in England for a year. You just need 1 year to stay in England. That's it.
Well, look, I got to be honest with you there. For me, the way I see it is, guys, I fucking can't stand it. I think happiness is not material goods. I mean, I need some material goods. I like certain things, right? I tell you why I need those Pateks is because when these fucking little cunts in fucking Singapore and honkers, when there's it's always good to have the world time up the wrist on the sleeve. You know what I mean? It's just nice, just to. I gotta keep a Patek or two, right? But the reality is, Wizard, I think the happiness. I don't even really want a car. I don't even really want a Mercedes or a BMW or a Porsche. I'd love one, but I think what it is the travel. I need the travel. I'm going insane. I'm really miserable because of the travel.
But you know, I was traveling so much the past month and a half. I just wanted to fucking get back home and just stay, just relax.
Yeah, but see, for me, I've been overseas since I went full time.
Yeah. The big difference, Tim, is in Australia we're in prison.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Once you start traveling, you'll realize how good you're having it in the prison.
No. I was traveling. See, Wizard, I used to feel depressed on a Monday. Right? I'd book a flight Monday afternoon, fly out Wednesday night.
I gotta go.
See you later, Timmy. By the way, guys, I'm wrapping up soon.
Okay, Timmy's I'm gonna go start a Rebel stream. Okay, so
yeah, you start a Rebel stream, guys.
There we go.
You can jump on
after later.
Drop the link to the Rebel stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
There we go. No worries, Tim. Good on you. I gotta tell you guys, fuck. I worked out why I'm depressed. It's because I can't travel.
There was 4 of us: myself, Nick, Paris, and Antonio.
Yes.
Every fucking Thursday we left. We went to Brazil. We got back Monday. The following Thursday we left. We went to Greece. We did Brazil, Greece, Brazil, Greece, Brazil. 5 fucking times in a row.
Yes.
We got all the little married this, that, headache, fuck this. And trust me, Brazilians, wow. Let me tell you.
Holy shit!
But Brazilian, where you been? I
all over.
Used to live in,
I
am from São Paulo.
That's where I used to stay in Giannopolis, Studio Murumbai, by where Pelé started.
Oh my god!
My friend owns AGG, the biggest. I guess AGG is the biggest quarrier of granite. So he's Greek, but born in Brazil.
Is it best breast in the world, Brazilian?
If you go to Brazil, you go to Sao Paulo, you have to go to Café Foto and Café Amor. Those 2 places, that's it. You'll forget your last name.
I see.
Oh, yeah.
I got to tell you, see, Wizard, I was jumping on a plane every couple of weeks. Every 3 weeks, I'd be on a plane for...
Well, for 10 years, I traveled my whole life.
That's amazing, isn't it, or not?
It is, but after a while, you get sick and tired living out of a suitcase. Oh, fuck, what time is it? Oh, I'm in this time zone. Oh, I left Italy. I went to Hong Kong. I left from Hong Kong, went to New York. Oh, there's a Pearl show in the Philippines. Oh, fuck, man. I'm telling you. You get tired, but it's beautiful. It's a good life. And I only stay at the Pen or nice places. I don't stay at fucking $20 motels, right? So 3 a.m., I call, hey, give me a pot of coffee and a fucking fruit plate. No problem.
Hey, can you bring up NATO's comment?
Sorry?
Sorry?
Can you bring up NATO's comment about your vax?
Oh, yes, NATO. When did he make this comment? Was it paid or unpaid?
No, it's unpaid.
NATO.
It's about vaccine and blah, blah, blah.
Yep, let's get it up. Where's NATO? Let's get these guys. Where is NATO gone?
Good point, absolute.
Oh, here he goes. Good point, absolute. Archie's vax might not qualify him to travel to the UK.
I think it will.
AstraZeneca, I believe, will.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. AstraZeneca. Nothing wrong with AstraZeneca.
Nothing wrong with AstraZeneca.
There was talk of it at one stage, but it's one of the recognized vaccines.
Exactly.
In Canada, they fucking mix them. You can get AstraZeneca, Moderna, or you can get Moderna and Pfizer.
And you can do that over here now. Once you've had your second AstraZeneca or your second Pfizer, when they eventually do the booster, you can
mix it.
Either have Moderna, Pfizer, whatever.
I got to tell you guys, I fucking think realistically, the traveling is so much fun. That's what you want to do.
It
You
is.
want to travel. You want to travel. You don't want to fucking be stuck in one spot. You don't want to be stuck in one spot. I mean, it's not even. Look. I tell you honestly, it's just.
And you guys have had it bad in Australia.
Oh.
You were locked up like a fucking prisoner, except in your own home. That's the
Well,
only
we've been lucky in Queensland, really.
Oh, okay.
Actually, Queensland's not as bad, but Melbourne, they could not go 5
Melbourne was
days from
fucked.
home. Sydney was
Yeah.
also like that. Sydney was like
Yep.
that.
Yep, not that long ago either.
So what? You're only allowed to go to buy groceries, pharmacy, and go back home. That's it.
Yeah, see a
That
doctor.
was about right, yeah.
That's about right. Yeah.
Queensland, we've almost been normal. I think I've had to wear a mask twice. Beg your pardon, twice.
Actually, it was bad. We had to wear a fucking mask everywhere. You know, it's.
Yeah, you did down there. Yeah, I was fine here.
Yeah, but I got to tell you, Wizard. This world, I'll be honest with you, Wizard. I don't understand it. We're in a pandemic. Real estate has gone through the roof.
Wait, the bubble's about to burst. Watch and see.
But I don't know.
Watches, jewelry, any
2
luxury.
years. 2 years, Wizard, before it's going to burst.
And what do you
Think
do?
so?
Do you cash out now? Do you keep your stuff? What do you do exactly? Would you be cashing out? What would you be?
It's going to be
doing?
worse than the fucking bubble burst of 2008 in the States.
Yeah, and I wouldn't cash it out because the money going to be value nothing as well.
Well, that's the danger. What do you do? But if the bubble's going to burst, you want cash or gold, don't you, Sirocco? What do you want?
No, cash no, because the
I'm
cash
thinking about going to get some Krugerrands when I go down to Brisbane on Tuesday. Just get a couple. I've always wanted bullion, and it's about time I got some.
Who do you get those from?
I can't remember the name of the place. There is a place.
Is that the place where Anzac Square is? There's a little shop down there. Is that him?
I can't remember. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on a sec.
And do Krugerrands go for much more than the spot price, or what do they go for?
Well, they're a run-out 24-karat gold coin.
Yeah.
I used to have them in the 80s when I had the jewelry business, but haven't had them for a long time.
Yeah, I always buy bars. They're cheaper than coins because coins are minted, so there's always a higher price on them.
But Wizard, when it was the crashes in 2008, yeah, it didn't affect so much the watch industry, did it?
Yes and no. More so than now, COVID. It was more so that it didn't affect it in the way you think. It just everything stopped. No sales, nothing.
The thing that happened is
sure.
The thing that happened was things weren't necessarily cheaper, but if you had problem watches, like say you had a day date with no strap or some sort of problematic piece, nobody wanted that.
Yeah.
It had to be, you know what I mean? They didn't want mistakes. They wanted, that was the thing.
Yep.
There weren't bargains, but because I said to a mate of mine, get me a day date. I'll take a day date for $5,000. He said, I can't get you a day date for $5,000. You know what I'm saying?
Cheapest I've ever seen, about 8,500.
Divine Insurgent, $5. Some call the pandemic a plandemic, and for good reason. The elites, oligarchs, and their media pawns have hinted at much of many times over the only problem is that too many middle class people have made a fortune.
That's right.
So
and you know when? During this fucking pandemic with cryptocurrency and shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm the richest I've ever been, and it's because of the pandemic. So
there you go.
You tell me. I think if this was organized, you wouldn't let the middle classes rise.
Climb up the ladder.
Exactly. So that's the only problem with that argument. Guys, I'm going to wrap this baby up in 6 minutes. 6 minutes there.
Yeah.
And
there's a couple of bullion places in Brizzy Arch.
Yeah.
Brisbane Bullion, I think it's called. I just looked it up and I've forgotten already. ABC Bullion in the city. Couple in the city.
You had a Canadian the other day. Didn't you have a Canadian guy who was looking to buy gold but didn't want to keep it in his house?
Yeah, Ronnie Paul.
Well, you tell him to buy a fucking silver gold bull, and they can hold it in Vancouver.
Yeah, that guy's a bit of a nut. Just between you and me, Wizard. Okay. Like he was saying, the banks go through your bank say. I mean, I kind of.
They don't go through no fucking unless there's a warrant.
I know. Unless there's a warrant
for law enforcement, nobody's going to open up that box.
He was a bit. Ronnie Paul's a lovely guy. I love him, but he kind of missed the boat a bit, I think. There were things he was sort of
He
saying.
might be a little extreme.
Yeah, just a little. Just a
little paranoid, too.
A little bit paranoid. But
yeah.
I got to tell you, seriously, I think the biggest problem with me is the lack of travel. See, I used to travel. I'd jump on a plane. I'd go 5 days, because it's only an 8-hour flight to Singapore or Hong Kong.
Oh, that's nothing.
I'd go there, spend 5 days there, and fly. You know, it was just great to have a fly back. I think that's what I want to do in life, is fucking go and see. I don't even need to stay in super expensive. I just modest, reasonable places. It's not. See, the thing is, in Australia, there's not the dealers. One thing about Hong Kong and Singapore is there are fucking Rolex, Patek, AP dealers in the block. You got a whole range of them
all over.
If you want to see stuff, you never seen this shit in Australia. We got a Louis Vuitton. Okay, we got an Hermes store in Brisbane now, but you don't see. You know, Hong Kong's got the Goyard store. You've got these specialist dealers. It's amazing to look around.
There's nothing like it, my friend.
That's why.
Sorry?
There's more money there. That's why.
Oh, it's a hub. Hong Kong and Singapore are our international trading hub.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
That's what it
the
comes
rich
down
Japanese, Koreans, Filipinos, they all go to Hong Kong for shopping.
You go to Dubai and you've got all that stuff. You go to any of those major cities, Asian and Middle Eastern, and they've got everything. Go to London, they got it all. Paris, they got it all. You're talking about Brisbane.
We're just a hick town. And even Sydney, like Sydney's an international, that doesn't have big. I never found it.
Town. Yeah.
Sorry?
It's you just said it. Even Sydney, it's a hick town. We're at the arse end of the world.
Yeah. Even Melbourne's got a bit. Melbourne and Sydney's got a bit there, but it's never that. It's not that fantastic.
Yeah, well, think of Canada. We're the butthole of the world.
No, I think
we're the bottom. We're at the bottom.
I think Canada and Australia.
Okay, we're the armpit.
Similar.
Yeah, it can be the armpit.
Archie, I need to go.
Don't take the butthole away from us.
Love you.
Please drop the link to my YouTube channel if you guys can help me.
Yeah, please try and get him to do well, because it's sinking fast.
Yeah.
It's not doing well. Marcelo's not doing terribly well there. I'll post the link to his channel.
Thank you.
No
thank
worries
you so much.
there. Guys, I gotta tell you,
Wizard, take care of yourself, huh?
Wizard,
I
gotta say this to you. You know, like, we're getting older. There's nothing we can fucking do about getting older, right?
No.
And you know what? It's like our health. Look, you're dealt certain cards in life. We can't control the cards we're dealt, right? And same as you, Sirocco. You can't control. You've just got to play the hand you're dealt, right?
That's it.
No.
And I got to tell you, one thing I really liked about you, Sirocco, is at 50, you're still very young. 50, relatively speaking, is quite young.
Yep.
You said, fuck this. I want a boat. I don't want a wife. I don't want to have the work commitment. You went and did things that made you happy. And Wizard, you've done the same yourself. You traveled. You fucking lived the hedonistic life.
Yep.
And on your deathbed, I mean, it doesn't really... You don't really need to have millions of dollars, mind you. It helps, but
it helps.
When you have a kid, it helps.
When you die, we're all equal when we fall off the perch.
I said to my friend who was dying, this was Herman. I said, what do you do, man? He had his leg amputated for diabetes. He had some really difficult problems. He says, I remember the times I went to Hong Kong, Bangkok.
Super chat.
He remembers these times, you know. DC and LV, $2 Sirocco, Wizard and AC, the proverbial wise man. Thank you so much.
Thanks, DC.
Man.
Thank you.
You got to remember the times, don't you think, Wizard? You must remember.
But the only thing you take with you is memories. And I look at it this way: you came into this world butt ass fucking naked, and you're going out in a suit and tie. You made it, even if you didn't.
Yes.
That's the way I see it.
Yes. I gotta say,
but I know the Pont will be wearing his fucking Hermes tie, Hermes shirt, Canali suit.
You know what? They'll probably just throw me in.
When they cremate you, they take it all off you and steal it anyway.
You know, there was a story, Wizard. There was a story.
I'm not allowed to be cremated.
Okay.
Wizard, there's a story about.
I'm Italian and Greek. My mother raised us Greek Orthodox. We're not allowed to be cremated, or else the priest won't read us our last rites.
Right.
So I know I'm getting buried somewhere.
Okay. As they lock in the box, they'll take all your possessions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Wizard, they had a story about funeral homes in Australia. It was on Four Corners, Sirocco, if you want to watch it. Right. It's about the funeral industry.
Yep.
And by the way, it's all owned by Americans, okay? The American funeral companies own most of the Australian market. And the crematoriums were complaining because what happens is when you die, you know, someone wants to put this suit on him, put this on him. The funeral homes, they just shove those clothes into the coffin with the hangers still attached.
Oh, shit.
Righto.
So they're complaining about the amount of metal they had to pull out of the crematoriums all the time from the funeral homes, just throwing the coat hangers into the coffin.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand that, Wizard?
Yeah.
That's the respect they have for you. So I got to be honest with you, Wizard. I think once you're dead, you're dead. You know,
You're dead, that's it.
It's but I got to say, it's the memories you have there. And it's also, thing is too, like you have a girlfriend. I remember girlfriends I've had, right? I've done had fantastic times with. And then she's turned on me.
Yeah.
Right? You know, we had a fight. Like I accused one of these girls I accused of riding the cock carousel, right? Didn't translate terribly well. She completely ghosted me. Never wanted to have anything to, but doesn't matter. I still had good memories with her. Doesn't make her a bad person. It's just, you know, I still had fond memories of her. Even though she's turned into a nasty Catwoman, there's still good memories. Do you see that?
Yep. Life has its ups and downs, my friend.
Yeah. A lot of ups and downs, and see, even Bangkok. I don't know. I think Hong Kong is just an amazing place. I love Hong Kong.
It is. It's New York
you know
with an exotic flavor.
You land at the airport. You don't take a taxi. You jump straight on that train. You know, the express train.
That's it.
Because that's quicker.
Yep.
And then you get to. You get off at the station, Central or Tim Sim. You take then there's little things easy to get to your hotel. Hong Kong, I love the peaks. You know, that is an amazing. That's the peaks is right at the top of the mountain.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. The peaks.
I remember flying into Hong Kong, and it was before the new airport, and landing between the buildings. Look out
That's
the window.
The old airport. That's the old
that's
airport.
The
when did they change airport? When did they change that, Sirocco?
Oh, they were building the new one when I was there.
So where did it used to land? I don't understand. Where was the old airport?
Kai Tak. Used to be called Kai Tak, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you literally you fly between the buildings.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Just bizarre. Yeah.
But I think the best duck. There's in Tim Sims in Kimberley Road there, opposite the Kimberley Hotel. They're rude as fuck. They're fucking real arrogant shit. I had this duck. I said, "Can I please have a bowl of rice?" Rice. He looked at me like, I said, "Look, you little cunt. I just want a bowl of fucking rice. Rice." I mean, I had to explain what he's just taking the piss out of me, you know.
Yep.
Nasty fuckers. But
I remember. Do you remember seeing the Roger Moore James Bond movie, Man with the Golden Gun?
Oh yeah.
They went to Hong Kong, and he had to go into the Bottoms Up Club.
Oh yeah.
And I remember standing in the doorway of the Bottoms Up Club, and my wife grabbed my bloody shirt, pulled me back, and said, "No, we're not going in there."
Guys, see you
Next
tomorrow,
time you want
guys.
rice, you just say "Bai fan." That means rice in Chinese.
Thank you so much, guys.
Those
Thank you so much.
Fuckers.
See you later, guys. Have fun.
Later, boys.
Cheers, Arch.
See you later there.
Peace out. Take care, Sirocco.